8 races at Daytona and Talladega with this next-gen car, 2022, 2023. The numbers are not very good. His best finished in the Daytona 500 these last 2 years.
Here's my third driver. This one is the Chevy driver.
What's going on, y'all? 1 second while I get the webcam on. How are y'all? Welcome in. Appreciate everybody being here. And we are live. It's Daytona 500 qualifying, and I hope you guys are ready for some fun tonight. Make sure you're hitting that like button as you're coming in. And we're going to have a good time tonight with the audio of the race. We're going to be keeping up with the leaderboard, and we're going to see who is going to get the pole here tonight on the go at CeeLo for the Daytona 500 qualifying here. So hope everybody's had a good day so far. But hello, NASCAR fans. What's going on? Appreciate y'all being here today. So let me refresh this. Make sure you're hitting that like button for us. Let me get this going here. Get the raw feed going here for us so we can follow the qualifying for the Daytona 500. What's up, everybody? Let's go. Justin Cole, what's going on? Michelle, what's going on? Andrew Ford here. Brian Dell, what's going on? How are y'all doing? Rex, what's up? Adam's here. What's up? San Diego Kid is Bowman. He's looking for his boy Bowman to get on the front row again. Daniel Berry, what's going on? Nate the Grill, what's up? How everybody's doing? Welcome back. Jared Brown, what's going on too? But welcome to NASCAR here on the channel. We hope everybody's had a great week so far. And then tomorrow is the duels. We'll be bringing you the live coverage of the duels tomorrow as well. And I can't wait to get the season going. And the Daytona 500, it's going to be iffy with the rain on Sunday, but we'll see what happens. But we'll be trying to bring it to you no matter what we do here on the channel. We'll be bringing it to you live on the channel for you. So What's up, everybody? Welcome in, everybody. Everybody's coming back. That's awesome. But we've been working hard here through the season. I hope you guys caught my new vlog I did, the 2024 season preview of NASCAR. So that should be fun. So got all the cars already. Is it right here? No, here. All the cars here for you for the new year. There's Chase Briscoe in the 14. So there's San Diego Kid. There's your boy Bowman. He's looking to come back. A big comeback year for him, I think. Watch for a big comeback year for Bowman. John Hunter Nemechek, new boy in that 42, taking over for Gregson. Who else? There's Bowman again. They're just kind of random here, but we'll see if we got some more folks in here as well. Let's see who else we got here. But there's Jimmy Johnson. He's going to try to give it a run. Jimmy Johnson's going to try to give it a run for his money as well for the Daytona 500. And there's my boy, Denny. Yeah! He won the Busch Clash. I was so excited to win that. But let's go Truex. Adam Olson says, and I got to, for you guys that are not members, I have a emoji, a 19 emoji for you guys do as well. So just a little early. Just put it on. I was going to do it at 6:30, but it started at 6:45. But I said, we'll go on now. So, let's go. I love the 54. Ty Gibbs. Look for him to get a win this year. I think Ty Gibbs is going to get a win this year. Let's go Blaney. I got one of those too as well. Let's see here. I got a Blaney. Oh, I got that. That's it. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Hold on a second. Back. There we go. I got a Blaney as well. Look at Byron. He's going to continue where he left off at the beginning of the year. And there's Michael McDowell in that 34 as well. He's going to be hoofing it too. He does well here in Speed Weeks as well. And there's Chase Briscoe. So let's go to the main screen so everybody knows what we're here for. We're going to be trying some new things out tonight. And let me bring this here. Scoreboard. And I wasn't prepared, y'all. I was not prepared. There we go. There we go. So, let me change I was not prepared, y'all. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Make sure you're hitting that like button. We're going to try to get to 100 likes on a qualifying stream. That would be awesome. So we're going to be bringing you live audio here. And let's listen in to the audio.
6 consecutive front row starts. That's
Alex
remarkable.
Bowman.
What does speed tonight do to help set the tone for the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Daytona 500 qualifying is really important to Mr. Hendrick and everybody at HMS. So we're going to do our best to make it happen, try to get it for a 7th time in a row. But, yeah, it's important just for how hard track position has gotten.
What's up, everybody?
Right, with Speedway
Appreciate
racing.
y'all
So
being
just
here.
being able to start up front, have a good pit selection, not have to kind of fight from the back. So, yeah, hopefully we can make it happen. It's so weird being down here with no practice, not knowing what to expect at all. I haven't launched a cup car to qualify since Phoenix, so hopefully I don't stall it.
It's all new to these
We'll
guys.
go from there.
You mentioned that you haven't launched a
Drinking
cup car
Coors.
since Phoenix, right?
All
What
right.
are the nerves like for you guys when
Who
you
drives
pull
the
out
number
onto
one?
the racetrack? We were
That
talking about
is,
it a minute ago. There has still got to be an insane amount
Chastain.
of nerves when you pull up onto that racetrack for the first time.
Chastain.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when these guys want you to hit your shift points within 25 RPM and you haven't driven anything since November, it's tough. And it's things that, this was the middle of the season, would be second nature, but it's been so long since you've done it that it gets difficult. So, yeah, I mean, all you can do as a driver here for qualifying is kind of optimize things.
Zach the Potato, what's
hopefully I'll
going
get
on?
that
Welcome
right.
in.
All right, so tonight's qualifying, we know Rick Hendrick, he loves to sit on the front row. He loves to sit on the pole. He also likes Harley J. Earl's trophy.
Josh
he has
Berry?
8 of them. But
Yeah,
it's been
he's
a
the new number
decade.
4.
Talk about
No more Kevin
walking
Harvick.
that fine line between speed and getting this thing handling good for Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think honestly, the way we're down here right now, like tomorrow night, it might not drive that well, but you can get all that out of it for Sunday, right? You can get back to driving
Best
well,
finish for
handling
Bowman
well.
second. You know he wants
I
to
feel
make
like
a
I
big
learned
comeback
lot at
from what he
Speedway
had
races
before.
last year. I kind of gave the Fall Talladega race away, and continue to learn from those mistakes, and I feel like my speedway racing has progressed, and hopefully we'll have a shot at it on Sunday night.
I got to ask about this, and I hate asking about this, but the past 2 years, season interrupted with some injuries, had to miss a few races, including 3 last year. How is the back? How's everything doing? Are we healed up, and we don't have to talk about this at all this year?
Yeah, I hope so. I feel really good. I'm definitely healed up and physically kind of back up to speed with where I was to start the season last year. So I'm excited to get to work. My whole Ally team.
All right, my other favorite driver is Jimmy Johnson is racing. Yeah, he's going to be trying to give it a shot.
Those things are really loud, but I'm ready to go. I can't hear you guys anymore, but I'm ready to rip this year for sure.
Well, Alex, what I want to ask you about, aside from the injuries last year, when you and Blake
say
Harris
Josh Berry
started
wins 2 this year with the number 4.
the
That's
first
going to be
6 or
crazy if he
7
does.
races, you were lights out. Sat on the pole here, a bunch of top 5s, bunch of top 10s. You even led the points. What's it going to take to get back to there where you were a year ago?
Yeah, I think for us, just a reset has really been good. So just being able to kind of get back to zero, get back working out, not be recovering from the race or catching up or upset about 1 week trying to catch up. Like just being able to go back
You're
to
just
zero
coming in.
and
Make sure you're hitting that
start
like
over.
button, y'all. We're trying to get to 30 likes.
I think that's going to be really good for us. So obviously we showed last year we're a plenty capable race team.
15.
I
We're
love
trying to get
working
to
with
30
Blake
if
and
you're
all
just
these
coming
guys on
in.
this Ally
Appreciate
48
y'all.
team. So I'm excited about it, and yeah, I think we can get right back to that.
500 miles at Daytona. It is a grind. Give me an idea of the mental preparation and focus it takes to prepare and then execute this race.
For sure. It's so easy to get caught up in somebody else's mess, and I feel like you almost get caught up in thinking about that and thinking about the risks and other people's messes that you can get caught up in. But kind of what I've learned in the last couple of years is just to control or to maximize the things that you can control. Right?
For Harvick, yeah, he's in the 4.
Tackle those tasks and do
Welcome
the
in,
right
everybody.
things in the areas that you can control, and just race and let the rest of it take care of itself. So sometimes it doesn't work out and you get caught up in a mess, but I'd rather do that than be worried about it and all that. So
Are you worried the fact that your car still has not made it through inspection yet?
Larry, I just drive it. You know that.
You can't control
He
that,
said-
right?
I was just saying, he said maximize
I'm
what you can
maximizing what I can
control.
control, which is talking about how great
What's up,
Ally
Tiana?
is and Chevrolet is with you guys. Hendrick Motorsports has a 40th anniversary media deal tomorrow at 2:30 out here that everybody should tune into and watch on YouTube if you can. So what else can I throw in here for some brownie points? These are the things I can control, Larry.
Hey, poles in 8 of the last 9 years for HMS, 6 consecutive front row starts for you. It's impressive. Congratulations on that, and good luck tonight, all right?
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
And now we look at the numbers from 2023 when it comes to Hendrick Motorsports and all they've been able to put together. The highlight, no doubt,
sure you're hitting
is
that
Larson
subscribe,
and
too,
Byron,
for
right?
NASCAR,
Combining
y'all.
for 10 wins. Both drivers go to the championship 4. We discussed the situation for Bowman. Let's go now to Chase Elliott. We know he missed a number of races last year as well, and he misses out on the playoffs. We talked to him earlier today during our media day inside the 500 Club. He seems to be in a really good place to come back and compete for a championship.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just fluff. I think he was very honest with us, and I was
Thank you for that
intrigued by
subscribe,
some things
Racing
that I heard.
Network.
And the one thing that
Appreciate
did
that.
intrigue me the most was the fact that he kind of
Thank you
says
so much,
people is
guys,
looking
for
at
those
him
subscribes.
and
Hit
Alan
that
Gustafson,
subscribe.
the
We'll be
crew
doing
chief, who has
NASCAR
been
all
together
speed
since he
weeks
was a
here.
rookie in 2016. Do they need to be split up? And he said, I'm telling you, Alan and I and this 9 team, we are as solid and as strong as we have ever been. And you know what? I believe
My
it.
boy
They are
Chase. I
committed,
got Chase
they are
too here. I
focused,
think I
and
have
they
a
appear
Chase.
to be ready to
Yeah,
go and
dude.
rebound for an
You guys want to use the special
2024
emojis?
season.
99
You know, it's a
cents
big
gets you a
weekend for
membership.
everyone when it comes to
Special
Daytona. We're
emojis.
all
We'll have them
excited
every
to
race day.
Because we have a new teammate,
There
and
you
that
go,
would be Kevin
Justin,
Harvick.
just
We have a
linking off where you
documentary
left
on
off.
him tomorrow night following the duel. Here's a preview of I Am Kevin Harvick.
This is my favorite question. My favorite
wait to watch
question is,
this.
what if you to change this, or what if you to change that? Do you accomplish the same things? Do you win the same amount of races? Do you retire 10 years ago? I don't know.
Well, let's take a look back at Kevin Harvick's legendary career.
When you look back at everything that took place,
He began his career in the shadow of a legend.
if we'd have
Yeah,
started the
yes,
first
I
year, it would
do.
have been a short career. I mean, it could have easily
I
gone
do
that
have
way.
an 8
I would hope that
emoji.
you guys don't expect me to replace
Rowdy.
him because nobody ever will.
You know, if you don't win, how soon do they start the pressure cooker of, is he the right guy? I probably wouldn't react to
Miss
that
Harvick.
very well.
So the Harvick fans, who's your new driver, y'all? Is it Josh Berry? What's up, Bringer?
I would
Hope
never,
Chase has a
ever,
better
ever,
year.
ever
Me too.
Tell people any
I think he will have a
weaknesses
huge
that I
bounce
had,
back.
But winning cures a lot of problems.
He's going to win the race and the championship.
Here comes Kevin.
The reaction's always calculated.
It's 99 cents.
That was
It's not
all
bad.
show. I've always been pretty big
99
on people
cents to
not
sign up for a
knowing
membership.
Who you are. It was
And
always
just
about
click
not
on the
wanting to
dollar
show
sign
weakness.
and you can become a member.
You don't have to tell
And it's
the
good
whole
for a month.
story.
Not too bad. Here's all the emojis I have
If I'm going to
right
share
now
something, it's
for
going to
today.
be worth being shared.
The California kid, Kevin Harvick.
There we go. 99 cents. I'm so excited too, Adam. I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
And we look forward to that tomorrow night. I am Kevin Harvick following the duel.
I can't wait to see. Kevin said that was all show. There was so much show involved there. I believed it. I raced against him for the better part of 15 years. I believed every bit of it. That is going to be a great show. I can't wait to see a little behind the scenes as to how Kevin was.
No, I mean, you think about it. We started with NASCAR on Fox in 2001, and he started
All right,
his
sounds good.
season right after we started here at the Daytona 500, and we were there for the entire ride.
We have got so many great things ahead this weekend, and we have that for you tomorrow night. More coming up next from Daytona.
All right, as we mute the commercials, as we always do. Actually, let me do it this way instead, so I can do that. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is the channel. We've been doing, this is year 2 of NASCAR on the channel. We did pretty much every scheduled race last year except 3 or 4 of them. 2 of them I was at. And now we're here today for the Busch qualifying, Busch Light Pool qualifying here at Daytona 500. 2 cars will sit on top of the front row and they'll be locked into the Daytona 500. And the rest will be set for tomorrow. We'll be doing as well the duels at Daytona, the Bluegreen Vacation Duels at Daytona, live here on the channel tomorrow. Play-by-play audio just like I have right now. We'll have it set up for you guys just like this. We'll try some new stuff too, maybe some in-car cameras down there where I have the clash in there. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of that. Just so unprepared. One second. My gosh. What kind of a rookie am I? There we go. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, let me get rid of this Coliseum too. I was all set up for the Busch Clash. That's what we had last time. So appreciate y'all hanging out. What's up, Hippie Joe? What's going on, man? How you doing? If you're just coming in, my name is CeeLo. We do NASCAR here on the channel. We're going to be bringing you the duels. We're going to be bringing you the truck race on Friday night. We're going to be bringing you the Daytona 500 on Sunday. If it's on Monday, we'll bring it to you on Monday. But thanks so much, guys, for hanging out here. And we'll be bringing you live audio on FS1 here as they're in commercial break right now, as we always do, mute the commercials. Make sure you're subscribing, y'all. We're trying to get to 8425 or so tonight. Let's see if we can get some more subs. If you haven't subscribed already to our channel, we would love for you to be here and hang out with us. We have a great NASCAR community of great friends, and some of them back again from last year, loving it. So what's up, Luke? Is there any way to watch qualifying for free? Only you can watch it on FS1. I'll be bringing you the live coverage. We're going to be watching, it's right here. We're going to be watching the times and everything right here. So other than that, I'll be giving you the play-by-play if they don't do something, if they wreck or whatever. What does the asterisk mean? The asterisk is let's see. I can scream down here. Hold on. Look at all these guys. There it is. The asterisk requires to qualify on time, so they cannot just get a free pass to get into the 500. The hashtag denotes the rookie, and the little line there, not eligible for points. So there it is. Look at all these cars that are qualified. Let's go through some of the names here. Carson Husafar in the 77. And if you watched our, we might probably do it next commercial break because they're about to come back right here from a commercial. But Carson Husafar in the 77. He is going to be with Spire Motorsports. Anthony Alfredo, the 62, he's going to try to get into the 500. Zane Smith also with Spire Motorsports, and that 71. Zane Smith, a rookie. He's going to be trying. Ryan Preece back to where he crashed like crazy did those flips. Oh my gosh, back to Daytona. Justin Haley, new ride for Justin Haley and Rick Ware Racing. David Reagan now in RFK in the number 60. Their new car. AJ Allmendinger, his only cup race. Well, he might do a couple there, but he is going full-time in Xfinity. BJ McLeod, he is also going to try to qualify for the 500. John Hunter Nemechek in that 42. He's in the new ride with Noah Gragson out in the 10 car this year. Ricky Herberts, he is in the 15. He's in Rick Ware Racing, I believe. Austin Dillon in that 3 RCR. JJ Gailey in the 44 New York Racing, which is weird. So let's bring it back some more. We'll go over the lineup here a little bit.
Now less than 4 days away. It happens Sunday on Fox. Tonight it's all about qualifying. Who starts on the pole Sunday afternoon in the 500? Coverage begins right now, and we're so happy to have you along for the ride. With Regan Smith, America's crew chief Larry McReynolds, I'm Adam Alexander. Here we go. Cars on track at Daytona. Your expectations for qualifying?
Well, I'm anxious to see 5 or 6, 7 cars go out there and qualify, because I'm going to tell you, the weather is conducive for some good speeds. If you look at the last 2 qualifying
but try to do the ARCA, the
Xfinity
Xfinity race, not the ARCA. I won't be able to do the ARCA, but doing the truck race on Friday night, and then Sunday, I'm doing the
we were
Daytona
talking
500.
about how quick it cooled off out here. Once the sun went down, it was a nice day here in Daytona, but it cooled off quick. So to your point, Larry, yes, that could be conducive for some good speeds. I kind of lied off the top of the show.
Jimmy
just
Johnson
a little bit.
84 car.
Up as I look at the cars rolling around behind me right now, I said I can't get more excited right now. Then the cars finally came out. We can't qualify without race cars, and now they're all rolling out here finally.
Hey, we love talking to Alex Bowman moments ago. Let's hear from more drivers now and go to Josh Sims. Hey, Josh.
Standing alongside Carson Hocevar, getting set to qualify for your first Daytona 500.
Carson Hocevar,
full season.
Spire Motorsports.
So what are the emotions like for you right now?
It's pretty surreal. Just testament to all these guys that work so hard at Spire Motorsports, just being able to kind of have our own team moment up here. I don't know if it's kind of a joke, but our off-season preparation, but we got to be able to be up here by ourselves for about 10 to 15 minutes, which is kind of cool that we all get to kind of enjoy this and have a lot of fun. A lot of familiar faces, though. I mean, it's still the same racetrack, and just excited to be here. And normally I'm sitting at home on the other side watching on TV, so to be here right now, getting ready to qualify for the biggest race of the year. Super special, but I mean, just big thanks to everybody. We have 3 really big partners with myself, with Gamebridge, Ziegler, and even Premier Security.
What's up? Thanks, buddy.
A lot of people have pressure on us. We have pressure to perform as Spire as a company, but just like the Lions, man, we're gonna build and keep progressing. We got plenty of time to figure this thing out, and Luke and I have a lot of faith in each other, and as well as the higher ups at Spire. They do a great job for us, and super thankful they've invested all their time and money into this program, and it's ready to go.
There's Hocevar's car
out on the track tonight, Jamie.
He's the first one.
Well, it's a new year, and that means a lot of new things for Noah Gragson. He's back this time. He's with Stewart-Haas Racing, a new crew chief and spotter, you name it. And on top of that, you haven't even been on the racetrack yet. So what are those nerves like, Noah?
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Yeah, that's right. Happy Valentine's Day,
That's right.
Dallas.
New team. It's exciting. All the guys over at Stewart-Haas Racing, they've been working hard. Drew Blick and everyone, they're trying to shape this thing and get this thing on the pole. That's what we're going after tonight in the Ranger boats. Black Rifle Coffee, Ford Mustang. It's an exciting night here at Daytona for us drivers. It's about getting a good launch off pit road, getting up through the gears at your perfect shift marks, and then holding a pretty wheel right against the double yellow line. So a lot of it's done in the shop, but there's a lot on us drivers' shoulders as well, trying to get the launch that we need and get up to speed the way we want to. So
10 more minutes for the first cars on the track, y'all.
I'm enjoying it so far, loving it, Jamie, and excited to be back here at the racetrack.
Keep on hitting that like button, see where we're at. 130 of us here. We definitely get to 100 likes pretty quick.
When you're
32 likes. Thanks so much, guys. Let's go to 40.
Luckily, I've been on both sides of it. Luckily, we're locked in the race, and we're going after that pole tonight.
Locked in, big smile on his face, a little bit of nerves, but Noah Gragson going for the pole here coming up momentarily. Adam.
Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie said it, and I was going to mention this too. I thought both Noah Gragson and Carson Hocevar had a lot of nervous energy as they anticipate going out here for this qualifying session. That's not the case for David Reagan, just an old veteran, won here summertime 2011. How do you prepare for this night?
You know, I got to drink a little bit of coffee. This is about my bedtime. I'm usually in my pajamas now, getting ready to
David Reagan, new ride with
a lot of anticipation with our RFK Ford. They've been working really hard. We did have to roll through tech
RFK
twice, which makes me happy as a driver because I want them to push it. I want them to be aggressive. I think we can get a good lap in tonight. But Larry, I've just got to follow what they tell me to do. I got to leave pit road hard. I can't miss a shift.
Do you think Matt Crafton can win the big one on Friday? I think he can.
But you have to feel good
We'll be
about
bringing
being
it to
an
you
RFK
live.
racing car. I mean, the last time we were here in August, I know it was the race, not qualifying. They finished 1-2. Those Fords will have speed, especially come Sunday.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see
been
if we're
a lot
going
of fun to get to
be
pick the
expecting
brains of
spinouts
Brad
and
Keselowski
wrecking.
and Chris Buescher, that they've really become really good teammates and they run really well at the Speedway. So hopefully I can learn a little bit from them. The first goal is to get our Ford Mustang in tonight, but I think we'll have some speed for sure.
You never know when the last time you're going to start a Daytona 500 is. When you got the call from Brad and he said, hey, will you come drive one of our RFK cars? How big of a smile was on your face because you know how good those cars are here?
Yeah, Reagan, you know Daytona is special, and having an opportunity to come back
Keselowski,
here.
James Moore. Where's James Moore at?
Submarines.com really started putting this together last year when they were talking about how they wanted to activate their partnership with RFK this season. So they're going to be on Chris's car a lot, on Brad's car some, and they've really just taken a lot of detail in building all these race cars over the offseason. So it's really good.
He's going to win a race this year. Corey LaJoie. Mark it down that CeeLo said it.
As it looks good.
Brad told us earlier today when we interviewed him during Media Day that he felt like he had signed the best free agent out there when it comes to racing at Daytona. Give us a sense of the game plan on Sunday for the three of you guys working together.
We know we've got to be there at the end to have a shot to win the race, but the days of riding around mid-pack and expecting to win the Daytona 500, they're over. You have to be in the top 10 in the final 10 or 15 laps to have a shot. That's what the data shows, and these guys look at a lot of analytics. They look at a lot of data, and it helps us make better decisions on Sunday. So we want to have a clean day on pit road. I can't make any mistakes, but every problem is easier when you've got a fast race car. So we can overcome a lot of those things, and Regan, it's so easy to make good decisions, and it makes drivers look really good when you've got a fast race car.
LaJoie will win Richmond this year. I said it. I even said it in my
thank you guys.
my video that
okay?
they're going to win.
Your suit looks better than ours, okay?
It's probably a little more expensive.
Let's get to our picks for the poll. What do you think, Regan?
I got to tell you, I think Hendrick Motorsports is going to be tough tonight. Alex Bowman joined us, of course. I'm going to go a different route, though. I'm going to go with his teammate, 24 William Byron. I like the 24 William Byron, and just somebody else to look out for, right? I think that possibly those SHR Stewart Haas cars could come with a little bit of speed as well here.
Yeah, I think the Fords could be laying in the weeds. They sat on the pole here in August. They sat on the pole at Talladega. But you know what? And I'm a little nervous to pick this guy because they're still trying to get the car through inspection. But I'm going to go with Bowman. I think it's going to be seven consecutive front row starts, second consecutive pole.
Chase Elliott.
And
where's my Chase Elliott fans at? Let me see those nines in the chat, y'all. Nines in the chat. Let me see your Chase Elliott fans.
And that would make
You're just looking to get more Twitter followers.
That's right, it is. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We're live in Daytona, and qualifying for the 500 comes your way next.
Let me see those nines in the chat. If you're a Chase Elliott fan, let me see those nines in the chat. He is going to make a big comeback this year. I guarantee it. He is not going to go winless. But Chase Elliott back for 2024. He's going to be strong enough. Let's go look back. Let's do the lineup again still. We stopped at Daniel Hemrick in that 31. Noah Gragson is in the 10. He's got his new ride with Stewart Haas Racing. And then Corey LaJoie. I say he's going to win one. Spy Racing, Corey LaJoie. Chase Briscoe. Now that 14 Stewart Haas, he's always good here. Kaz Grella. Now, he needs to race his way in. He is a rookie, but he could get in there. Harrison Burton in the Wood Brothers Ford. Todd Gillen in that 38. He's always strong here in Daytona. Austin Cindric. Let's see. Joey Logano won the championship. And then Ryan Blaney won the championship. Is it Austin Cindric's year to win the championship? 3 in a row. Could Penske do it? That'd be nuts if he did. Jimmy Johnson, all-time there, a Winston Cup guy, or Winston Cup, NASCAR Cup. Jimmy Johnson in the Legacy Motor Club in that 84, going to try to. Eric Jones in that 43. Richard Petty, also Legacy Motor Club. There's my boy Denny Hamlin. Josh Berry. Big shoes to fill for Josh Berry in that 4. Taking over for Kevin Harvick. Brett Keselowski. Could this be the year he wins the 500? We'll see. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the reigning champ of the Daytona 500, that 47, Art in that JTG car. Ryan Blaney, the reigning champion. Ryan Blaney, that Penske 12. Kyle Larson. Let me see those Kyle Larsons. Is there any Kyle Larson fans out there? Let me see those 5s in the chat if you're a Kyle Larson fan. Joey Logano, he's back. William Byron, he was so close to winning the championship. Tyler Reddick, he was so close to getting in the playoffs. Christopher Bell, man, he had such a good run at Phoenix, and then the brakes. Man, it was a rough ride there. What else we got? Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch. Let me see the rowdy friends tonight. Let me see those rowdy friends. Where you at? And then Chase Elliott in the 9, Ross Chastain in that 1 Busch Light Ford, taking over the sponsor from Kevin Harvick. Chris Buescher, RFK Racing at going to go 38th. Martin Truex Jr., could he win it this year? His 20th Daytona 500 from Martin Truex Jr. Michael McDowell, former Daytona 500 winner. Daniel Suarez in the 99, and then Bubba Wallace in that 23-11 racing. So can't wait, y'all. This is going to be fun. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes tonight on a qualifying stream. And here we go, back to the live audio.
Back to Speedweeks, presented by Advent Health.
David Parker dropping those 8s.
Well, the moon is headed
well.
toward full later this month. What is full right now is the NASCAR garage area. And they're on the way to qualify in the most unique qualifying session in motorsports. Hi, everybody. Mike Joy with Kevin Harvick, who started outside pole for the 500 in 2002, and Clint Boyer, whose best start in the 506th 3 different times. This is our new move for 2024. Kind of nice to have the names etched on the seats instead of just out there on duct tape. But here we go. It's such a unique night because, one, nobody's had a practice lap. Nobody's had a lap in these cars on a super speedway since the last time you did last year, Kevin. And nobody knows what they've got. We've got new noses on 2 of the 3 makes of cars.
New
we
Toyota,
have drivers and crew chiefs in new places.
New Ford.
Wow, this is going to be something.
Who likes the new Toyota? Who likes the new Ford?
Different things in play here. One, make the race. That's the job of 6 different drivers who are in the open cars, the non-chartered teams. There are 4 spots available, 2 of which
7 more likes
be
to 50. Hit that
tonight.
like button for us, y'all.
And then it's the matter of the front row for the Daytona 500. Tonight, the 2 fastest cars in round 2 of qualifying will secure the front row for Sunday's Great American Race, just the way it's been done since 1959. Now, this is the 30th year of the 2-round qualifying format, but I guess kind of the scary thing right now, Clint, is nobody knows what they've got.
Scary thing, they haven't been on the track, no practice, nothing. But you need me to lock in. That means this car cannot bottom out it. And I have to get up through the gearbox. Some of these guys haven't even drove these cars. The launch off of pit road is so important. Getting up through the gearbox like I was talking about, making this track as big as possible to get that almighty speed built up for that magical lap.
And for me, this was always one of the most stressful qualifying sessions that we could make because of the fact that you haven't sat in that car. You can do all the simulator sessions that you want. Guess what? It's not going to buck and spin the tires or bog down or do any of the things that it's getting ready to do in real life. So that big black oval is getting ready to be the dyno and tell us the story of who's got the fastest car.
Well, the fastest cars in the last few years have come from Hendrick Motorsports and particularly Alex Bowman.
It's be hard to take Denny away from the villain, but maybe Ty Gibbs
are going to be chasing
push it up a notch
front
this
row
year.
Spots that Hendrick has had locked up for the last few years here.
8 out of the last 9. Unbelievable stat. But, you know, Kevin, those Stewart-Haas cars have been extremely fast the last time they've been on these drafting-style tracks.
Well, I think when you look at qualifying for the super speedways, the SHR cars have been really good. The Fords in general have been really good, but they've got the new dark horse this year. They've got that new nose on the front of that car. So qualifying is going to tell us to tell. All you hear is it's got less drag and it's got more downforce.
We hope.
We're getting ready to find out.
For me, it's these 6. These 6 guys, these open cars going for these 2 spots tonight, man, they are nervous.
All right. 2 very different agendas. 1, make the race. 2, win the pole or start on the front row for the Daytona 500. We'll find out who and how next.
All right, so we mute the commercials as we always do. This time, let's take a look to see, as we always do here about this time, let me see where you're from and who your favorite driver is. Let me see in the chat where you're from and who your favorite driver is tonight on the channel. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch or Twitter, hello as well. We appreciate you guys being here. We're streaming on all 4 platforms for the qualifying tonight. So let me see where you're from and who is your favorite driver. Let's see it in the chat, y'all. Let me see. Don't be afraid to speak up. We love to see new folks. Tony says that Jones boy, Alabama. Awesome. 12 hours north of CeeLo. Cold Trickle, Dallas is going with. I'll see that there might be a new, someone leaked that there might be a new Days of Thunder coming out. Days of Thunder 3. And Tiana is says hospital prayers for you, girl. And number 8, got the freeze going. Justin got the freeze. Adam says he's from Wisconsin. Martin Truex Jr., Justin Cole, Eurasia, Blaney, Chase from Southwest Florida. Awesome. California Trantho, good morning from Athens, Greece. 3:17 in the morning. Wow, that's crazy. Well, good morning. Joseph Landers Earnhardt, number 3, Rochester, New York. Colorado, Joey. Hippie Joe says Joey Logano. We'll see if he makes a good comeback this year. He made the playoffs, but he had that bad wreck at Bristol and eliminated himself. But Nebraska, Blaney, Justin Cole. Tom better be in it. Yeah, I think he will if it was, but I heard a rumor there is a Days of Thunder 3. Paris, Michigan, Joey Logano. Jordy, welcome in. Appreciate y'all being here. Charles Reed, Chase Elliott. Awesome. You're for Adam, though. Okay. Martin says Newcastle, Australia. Wow. So got some great people from out of the country watching us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you're hitting that like button as well, guys. We're trying to get to 100 likes tonight on the channel. Kenneth Clark, I hope Chase wins the pole. It's going to be tough to beat a Hendrick car on the track on the pole. They have dominated the poles. We'll see what happens. Maybe my boy Danny could get on the pole, but I think it's going to be Chevrolet. Make sure you're voting in the polls. Right now, you guys have voted that 68% have said Chevrolet is going to win the pole. So let me see who your favorite is. Who is going to be? Who's it going to be? Indianapolis, Scott says Indy from Chase. James says Georgia. Ross, number 1, Chastain. Charles Baird says New Hampshire. Welcome in, Charles. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us tonight. You know, the Busch Light pole qualifying for the Daytona 500. Lots of different things have happened in the last the off season. So I have a video, guys, you can check out on the channel. It talks about all the drivers, all the race teams, all different new. They got the 2024 schedule. We talk about that. Whole bunch of stuff. It's 45 minutes long, but lots of good. Yeah, it's 45 minutes long. It's a lot of information. RWR for pole position. I'm delusional. Maybe Ricky Stenhouse. Could Ricky Stenhouse get the pole? You know, you got those Hendrick engines, but maybe AJ Allmendinger. Jesse says Martin Truex Jr. is going to get the pole. Wouldn't that be nice to have 2 Toyotas on the pole? That would be awesome. But we'll see what happens. But John Hunter Nemechek in that 42 taking over, and then a whole bunch of stuff happening. Also, Legacy went from Chevrolets to Toyotas. That's new. I got that Toyota power under the hood now, so maybe they'll do something. Eric Jones back on the Toyota. Lots of stuff happening. Here we go. Back to it, y'all. Back to it.
Wow. Things are different this year.
What you got your eyes on, Kevin?
Well, you showed Josh Berry. Obviously,
Charles
I
says
know that
Hendrick
situation
front row
very
again.
well with Rodney, and I think tonight is a great night for those guys to get started, along with Chase Elliott. I mean, you look at Chase and everything that he did last year. I think they're going to get back on the horse this year and do good.
I like what I see out of Spire. I mean, to gain cars within your stable.
I guess the running order for qualifying is right there on the screen.
For them to find
that's how they're going to go.
Put all that together.
So Bubba's got the last spot.
All right, let's go trackside and join Jamie Little.
And Mike, all eyes will be on Hendrick Motorsports tonight, of course, going for the pole here. And Chase Elliott, good to see him. Had shoulder surgery in the offseason. You told me you're feeling pretty good.
Let me see those nines in the chat.
What are your thoughts on this, going for the pole for what would be maybe a third pole for you?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting the season started. It's, Speed Weeks is an exciting time. If you're a race fan, I consider myself a race fan. So I'm excited to be here. I think, Hendrick Motorsports as a whole has always had a lot of success, throughout qualifying over the years for the 500. We'd love to continue that, but we'd really love to be good on Sunday. So we hope we can get our Napa Chevy to do both, and I think we can. So looking forward to getting the season rolling and trying to get off to a good start.
All right, good luck to you.
Yes, it has been too long, Judy.
Hey, with 2015 Daytona 500 winner Joey Logano, and as we get set for qualifying, as we head into this new season, and
Joey,
we got the new body with the car.
22's in the chat.
As you go for the pole, what can you learn out there tonight to help you going forward?
Always just kind of learn what you got at this point, at least from speed. It's so hard, right? You go out there, no practice. You hope that, the setup's close so that we're not hitting the track and we're maximizing everything. But you can't adjust it much. I mean, you get maybe a couple little things, but not really in between the rounds. So pretty challenging night, but it's kind of what makes this night so special is that these guys have been working all winter on these cars, and it's really, honestly, tonight's about the team. It's a real good measuring stick to see where your super speedway program is, and we'll figure out more about the Dark Horse Mustang as we continue throughout Speed Week and also into the first few races.
Appreciate your time and good luck, Joey. Mike?
Thanks, Josh. The cars are through inspection and ready to roll. When we come back, we'll qualify for the Daytona 500.
All right, so commercial break. So for the ones that are new and don't understand, qualifying here, they're going to run 2 laps around the track. One warm up and then their qualifying lap. And then they're all going to qualify. And then the fastest 2 will be locked into the Daytona 500. They will be on the pole no matter what happens, unless they wreck in the duels. And they will be on the pole for each race. So tomorrow is the twin duels, the Daytona duels. And it's 125 laps, I believe. And they're going to run two duels with so many cars in them. And then that's how they match up the running order. For the ones that don't qualify, you can qualify on a provisional or car points. So a whole bunch of stuff for the duels tomorrow. There's like 6 drivers that, like Anthony Alfredo, David Reagan, BJ McLeod, JJ Yaley, Kaz Gralla are the ones that cannot race in on. They can race it on speed, but if they don't race it on speed, they won't get a provisional and they won't make it. So that's how it works. Front row unless they wreck in practice or duels. Right, Jake. Exactly. So Martin says we have a great Ford driver here in Australia, Cam Waters. He also races 410 sprint cars, drove his V8 supercar around a dirt speedway. He has been rumored to be doing NASCAR races. Well, that's awesome. Joseph, I'd like to see JJ Yaley qualify for the 44 car. Is that one being used in the movie I hear being made? Yeah, there's a little, I heard that as well. Could there be a Days of Thunder being taped this weekend and throughout the year? We'll see. Man, it would be awesome if they brought Days of Thunder back. I'll have to look up the CA. I'll have to look up the laps. If someone could look that up for me, that would be awesome. 60 lap races tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Jake. Appreciate that. So just waiting on a commercial break here to come back, guys, and we'll be letting you listen to the audio of the race, and we'll have the live standings right here on the screen. But make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We're almost to 70 likes. Appreciate all the love tonight on the channel, as we're almost to 60 likes. Two more to 60. All right, back at it. Here we go.
In Daytona Beach with a long lens, you can see Jupiter and some of its many moons. 57 degrees, winds out of the northeast at 6. Forecast for clear weather and the track temp 67 degrees. Single car qualifying, 2 rounds. Top 10 in the second round to set the front row for the Daytona 500. And the first car to roll.
Carson Hussevar.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're checking the brakes, right, Kevin?
Yeah, what they do right there is when that car launches and then has to stop is to make sure that the teams don't pull the brake pads away from the rotors. So you'll see every car do that as we go through this.
Which we did for years.
Yeah.
Rookie Carson Hussevar ran 9 Cup races last year.
First car on the track.
He made his Cup debut subbing for Corey LaJoie, who was subbing for Chase Elliott. And he is a rookie out of Michigan for Spire Motorsports. Let's go under the helmet with Carson.
I grew up in Portage, Michigan. My favorite driver growing up was Dale Jr. My dad's favorite was Jimmy Johnson, so it was teammates, but at the same time, I was hoping Dale, one, he was kind of the underdog a little bit. I don't know what I treat myself to when we win. More treat my team. We all just, go hang out after, or I don't think any of us go to sleep, and we'll all either go to Waffle House, put the trophy on the table, and go eat, which most of the time is about breakfast time by the time we get home.
Driving the Gamebridge, Ziegler Auto Group Chevrolet.
I just watched, we're going to go there right off the bat. My team, my football team, they have a post-game championship party. Why at Daytona Beach, Florida, is the Waffle House the only place to go after the race to celebrate? Some bar around here needs to capitalize on this. I'm just saying that right now. Hit me right there. He explained the whole situation.
The Waffle House?
Alex Bowman won the pole for this race last year on a night much like this, ending about 10 o'clock, as we will tonight. And you know where he went with that pole trophy and his girlfriend? Steak and Shake down Speedway Boulevard.
So he mixed it up.
We were sitting there.
I've been there.
And here he comes.
I think Roger Penske
down to the line
did that, but Stenhouse went to Waffle House last year, I remember. I think we need to be hosting a championship.
So Curtis, good to see you, buddy. I didn't see you there. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to your first Daytona Speedway.
Here we go. From party to racing. Anytime this week.
Here we go. 50.589.
50-58, Kevin. Is that fast?
Clint?
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Brands of cars, the Toyota and the Ford, that have new bodies and a lot of different agendas tonight. You'll hear us talk about that.
So here's Anthony Alfredo from Richfield, Connecticut. For Beard Motorsports, part-time team out of Michigan.
Has to get in. Alfredo. 1 second, y'all. Just, it'll come back here in a second. 1 second, y'all.
In last year's Daytona qualifying, just to see where we stack up year to year.
Yeah, and I think that's a great reference for all of us to see what these teams have done over the winter as they make their cars better, and
they've certainly done that.
They have done that, and that's
not in Daytona. They're not.
The 3 months leading into the Daytona 500 from the end of the season.
Where that's going to come in key is when these other 5 cars, these 5 open cars that are racing for these 2 spots tonight to lock themselves into the big Daytona 500. That's when that ghost car is going to come in so handy.
So Alfredo passes Hussevar.
For Hussevar. And that'll bring out Zane Smith.
Zane Smith, rookie.
In the WeatherTech Chevrolet, 24 years old from
Spire
Huntington Beach,
Motorsports.
California. He's the 2022 Truck Series champion of NASCAR, has 9 victories in that series, and he is a Rookie of the Year contender.
Great guy, awesome wheelman. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of Zane Smith this year.
Yeah, and it's great to see new sponsors on cars. You see WeatherTech on the hood of that race car, and I like Zane Smith too. I think when you look at the Truck Series and the championship and the way that he did it, like he was a grinder, and he wasn't always the fastest, and when he was, he usually capitalized on it. But there's some of those races that he would win that he just came out of nowhere.
They call me Tater Salad. Zane Smith just got a little on Hussevar.
A little bit too close to the apron down there in the corner.
Oh, that's perfect, Clint.
It's right in the groove there.
Now, Alfredo quickest so far, but he was 2 miles per hour slower than Hussevar.
Sure, hitting that subscribe, y'all. Hit that like button. Trying to get to 70 likes.
The driver responsibility comes in of getting
this is weird, Graham
getting
says.
Up to speed, and doing it the first time here at Daytona and not having any practice in the actual car can be difficult.
So many things have to
qualifying,
go right.
Graham.
Your launch has to be perfect. Getting up through the gearbox. Do not hit that rev limiter. It slows it down a lot. Making sure you make the track as big as possible.
Second fastest for Zane Smith. Berlin, Connecticut's Ryan Preece.
Ryan Preece.
In
Last
the
time we saw him.
HaasTouring.com Ford. There's some new Preece paving here at Daytona, and we'll show you why. He had an eventful year on super speedways. That 41.
Oh,
well, that was
Talladega.
hard at Talladega.
He hit hard at Talladega and Daytona.
Oh, it's not over. Here at Daytona, that transition from pavement to grass got air under the
William
car.
Frederick, Waffle House is
he
perfect. Exactly.
Yeah, and being on the same team with Ryan last year and seeing that wreck and seeing that car. But seeing him the next day, he was very motivated to make sure that everybody knew that he could get back in that race car the next week and was doing everything that he could do to make sure that was possible. So he's one tough dude.
Well, his eyeballs weren't very motivated. They were black.
Be a little faster than Alfredo here.
Just like Ricky Rudd in 1984 here, flipped in the Busch Clash.
Won a modified.
About a car length on Preece.
Yeah, Preece won last night, didn't he?
On speed.
At New Smyrna in the tour-type modifieds. Still likes to dabble in that when his schedule permits.
Weird.
Well, the story's starting to build.
And Preece is fastest.
You're waiting for Hendrick.
49.95.
That is a lot faster than Carson Hocevar.
A lot faster than Carson Hocevar.
Justin
49.95. Hocevar was a 50.58.
Jamie?
How about the 2023 champion, Ryan
Blaney?
Blaney here? You've been
We saw those
smiling all
12s in
day.
the chat, y'all.
What's life been like for the champ?
It's nice to be back at the racetrack. It's nice to, just be back doing what we do, and I think, me getting engaged, it was bigger than winning the championship, I think. The engagement was definitely bigger, and I know my Gianna's watching, so I definitely had to say it. But, no, it's just nice to be back down here at Daytona. Everyone looks forward to this all winter. I know everyone says they like the downtime, but we all look forward to this, in the back of your head. You know what it means, and great to have Pete back on board our Ford Mustang and with Menards and see what.
What's up, Ray? What's going on, man?
I'm excited to see what we have.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
Postal,
Thanks,
dude.
Jamie.
What's up, bro?
Justin Haley, a winner at Daytona in the July race, 2019.
And I really love the fact that Justin Haley is up on the screen right now, because I think this kid is great. He's done really good with the equipment that he's had, and he is one heck of a super speedway racer. So I think he's going to do great at Rick Ware Racing.
This will be his fourth Daytona 500.
Colleague.
And Haley is
Right?
third
Colleague?
of 5 so far. Larry McReynolds.
Yeah, looking at lap times, I think the conditions has some speed in it. You look, the wind is not blowing. It is cool. It is cold.
Oh, you're welcome,
make
Ray.
a lot of horsepower. And
Thanks for all
right
hanging
now,
out tonight.
Ryan Preece ran at 49.95.
Keep on hitting that like button. We're
We've
trying to
only
get to
had
80
5
likes,
drivers
y'all.
qualify. Alex Bowman in round 1 last year was a 49.71, only about 0.2 quicker. Alfredo right now, an open driver, is 50.09. Jimmy Johnson was the fastest open driver a year ago at a 50.20. I think this track and the condition has some speed in it.
Seems to. Thanks, Larry. David Reagan is a veteran of the Daytona 500. This will be his 17th. He is driving the BuildSubmarines.com Ford for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing.
To your point, though, Larry, I mean, Preece putting that lap up. I mean, Stuart Haas, the last 3 drafting poles, right, for these drafting-style racetracks. So,
Reagan
those cars
just a little
have speed.
slower
I
than
think the proof's in
Alfredo.
the pudding with Preece.
Now, Reagan is one of the open cars. There are 6 of those looking for 4 spots.
New car for RFK
Trying
Racing.
to lock in here tonight. The fastest 2 open cars are locked into the 500. And Reagan right now 3rd overall, 2nd to Alfredo among the cars that must time in.
I think we would have lost a bet on that one, Clint. I didn't have Alfredo beating Reagan. I know we talked a lot about how fast and what their goal was as far as speed tonight.
Well, when you put David Reagan in a
Hey,
slot
Curtis,
that's part of
get
that
you a big
open
class
conversation, right? He's
yes, sir.
Underneath the RFK banner, and we know how strong those cars have been on these type of racetracks. You're exactly right. I thought David Reagan would for sure be a shoe-in bet for that.
Here's A.J. Allmendinger for Colleague Racing in the Celsius Chevrolet. This will be his 11th Daytona 500. Ran the whole Cup Series in this car last year. This year he's going to run the whole Xfinity Series and just make a few starts over here on the Cup side.
He's going to come back over here and do a little cherry picking on the road courses. AJ obviously very good on the road courses. Has done well in the super speedways with the Colleague car, and he's going to go to the Xfinity Series and have some fun every week.
Yeah, I mean, it fit him so well. I was listening to his interview at the media day on the way down here, and it just fits him. I remember when he had all that success at college racing and the Xfinity Series, and you could see the fun that he was having on his face week in and week out. Pretty good paycheck here for the 500, though, right? You see cherry picking. I think this is a good one that you want to be in.
I mean, I'm sure that's probably one of the reasons that he chose the Daytona 500.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say you're right.
So last year, B.J. McLeod, Joe Falk and partners, Live Fast Motorsports, sold their charter. And they are entered here as an open car.
B.J.
And
McLeod.
will run, I guess, half a dozen races this year with the car and equipment. They sold the charter, not
Mike,
the team.
NASCAR,
so
baby, that's right.
BJ from Florida, trying to make his 6th Daytona 500. Spire Motorsports bought that charter.
He went through the tri-oval right there and just barely brushed the splitter on that apron. I will tell you, Clint, that is one of the scariest things that you can do on your first lap in qualifying, because with this splitter, it wants to take the car and just yank it to the left because it's so stiff.
Note what's different about this car? Blank hood and quarter panels. However,
no sponsor.
As often happens, a car will make it into the 500, and they'll acquire some sponsorship between now and Sunday, and that is BJ's hope.
Pretty good sales pitch. Yep. I like B.J. McLeod. He did such a good job with that program. Obviously sold the charter and for good reason, but to be here and still be trying to be a part of the Cup Series.
Going with Bowman.
John Hunter Nemechek is back in the Cup
I think
Series
I'm going to go
year
with
Legacy Motor Club, who's undergone
I'm going to go all Toyota. I'm going Denny and Truex on the pole.
They are now
Denny Truex on the pole. That's my prediction.
Here's the Dollar Tree Camry. Josh?
Down here with Brad Keselowski.
Keselowski, James Moore's boy.
I also know you
Need to
talked
see those
earlier about the
sixes.
importance of making sure David Reagan gets into the race to join you and, of course, Chris Buescher to help with the 500.
Yeah, it's going to be real close. We'll see what the other cars put up, but David with the build subs for it, it's that 50-20. I think it's probably going to take like a flat or a teen to lock in on time today, but fingers crossed. But
you can see Buescher.
He's already gone. Now I got to go get the 6 car and run the fastest lap we can here. Pace seems like it's pretty fast with that 49.90, but we'll find out.
Appreciate your time, Brad. Mike.
Thanks, Josh. Ben Bayshore is the crew
Ryan
chief
Preece
for
has the pole
Nemechek
right
this
now.
year.
That's definitely going to
make
change.
his 2nd Daytona 500 start on Sunday. This will be his first full season in Cup since 2020, and so much has changed since then.
Yeah, with this particular car, it's going to be like he's going to be a rookie because of the fact that this car just drives and races, and all the things that you do with it are so much different. But I think John Hunter is much more prepared than the last time he came to Cup.
Well, he is 8th of 9. They're going to need to find some speed in that piece. Riley
no,
Herbst
tomorrow is the
Monster
duels,
Energy
and then
Ford.
Friday is
number
trucks.
15 for Rick Ware Racing. This will be his 2nd Daytona 500.
You think Logano and Rowdy
He's made
for the
4
front row,
starts in the
Adam
Cup
says.
Series and finished top 10 in half of them.
Well, he did a great job on the super speedways last year. Riley was a teammate of mine. He came and ran really well at the Daytona 500
Not
last
a good
year.
showing for one of the Toyotas already.
Really was in the mix all day, really at all of the super speedway
The
races
Ford,
that
though.
he ran.
Look
So
at the Fords
you see on
already.
the screen right here, he's a touch faster than Ryan Preece right now.
Alfredo, yeah. Well, they got a whole bunch to go, though, Jennifer.
Right down on that yellow line. Distance is such a key thing when you're doing these qualifying laps, to make the least amount of distance. So you want to be as close as you can to that yellow line, not only down the straightaway, but in the corners. And sometimes as a driver, you think you're right next to that yellow line and you still have another foot to get to the yellow
Todd,
line.
how
when
many
you come
cars
back in
ran
and
so
watch the
far?
videos.
We're
But
on
the
our
engineers will quickly remind you.
10th car. 10th car. Wow, look at this.
Top of the chart, 49.94.
15 car.
Or excuse me, 6/1000ths faster.
I'm glad
Ryan
you said
Preece.
that.
It's close.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that
That's
way.
real
Very,
close.
very close.
Look at those Fords.
You know, last year, the difference between 10th in the first
All
round
right,
and
sounds
moving
good.
on,
Yeah, I hope they get the
and
Sunday.
11th
Mail
and
them do it
not
Monday night,
was
maybe.
what?
What's up,
3
Jamie?
inches.
Night
That's-
Wolf,
I
what's
didn't
up,
think
dude?
You listened in all those meetings, but you do.
Kevin.
I'm impressed. Good job.
And stat guy Russell down there in the end.
Let's do it. Mike says number 3 always. Let's honor Senior right here.
Austin Dillon.
1/1000th.
Let me see those 3s in the chat as we
3
honor
inches. Let's just simplify
Dale
things.
Senior right here.
Austin Dillon, pole sitter for the 500 in 2014. He won it in 2018.
You see those 3s in the chat,
in the Bass
y'all.
Pro Shop Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing.
See those 3s in the chat.
Wow.
Well, that one's built for speed.
Time has marched on. This is going to be his 12th Daytona 500. I remember when driving him to high school.
You were all over it, Kevin. Look how much faster he is than the current leader, Herbst. It's going to be a whale of a lap,
those threes
guys.
in the chat for Dale Sr.
Looking for a big
We
turnaround
honor
this year.
you.
Obviously, Daytona 500 winner. This track's been good to him. Big lap.
By 0.2 of a second. Austin Dillon
Austin Dillon, the Chevrolet on the pole. RCR, that make it look good for
the next
Rowdy.
group of cars includes Hall of Famer and 7-time champ Jimmy Johnson.
All right, so another commercial break real quick. Appreciate all the threes in the chat honoring Dale Sr. Austin Dillon just ran a run 49.74. The best right now on top. So we'll see. We got 3 Chevrolets and 2 Fords in the top 5. But that's going to look good for Rowdy. Could it be Rowdy and Austin Dillon, the RCR cars on the front row? That would be interesting. 3 great drivers in his day, yes. You gamble Bowman, Matthew says. But thanks for honoring and helping us out with those 3s. NASCAR on Valentine's Day, that's right, Jennifer. Do not count out those Hendricks. Oh, I'm not counting them out. I'm not counting them. I'm kind of thinking, really haven't seen many Toyotas yet. A bunch of them down late, so. But those 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 position cars, all Fords. I'd like to see what happens with those 4 right there. But probably going to be Chevrolet on the pole, but you never know. You were 4 when Dale passed. Yeah, I remember that day very clearly. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. Thanks so much. We're almost to 100 likes, almost 500 of us are here watching the stream with us tonight. Do appreciate y'all. Like we said, we're going to be doing NASCAR here all season. We'll try to bring to all the races. I might go to a couple, though. But definitely going to try to bring them on Sundays here for you. This week, the Speed Weeks, we're trying to do a little more as normal. But we'll always do the race on Sunday. But this week, we're going to do the duels on tomorrow. And then we're going to do the truck race on Friday night. What's up, D? What's going on? Yes, I do have a Valentine. Todd, wish they could go back to the 43 cars. Oh, go back to 43 cars, yeah. So there's a whole bunch to go. Look, we got all these guys to go here. So we'll be here for a little while, y'all. Glad y'all hanging out with us tonight. Hamlin's wins championship this year. Oh, can we get the monkey off his back? I don't think he's ever going to do it. Back at
500 pole position qualifying on FS1. Lower right of your screen, Carson Hocevar had the fastest trap speed at the start-finish line after completing his warm-up lap, but he right now sits 9th. Austin Dillon fastest, second there as Jimmy Johnson gets ready to climb aboard.
Well, Hocevar did a great job. Well, his car's slow.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
I don't know any other way to explain it. I'm
Thank
sorry
you for the
to
subscribes, y'all.
The old
Appreciate
days,
it.
you would overheat it.
JJ Yale, here's that 44.
Overheated, and it was slowed down before you
See
got
what
the
he's
line.
got.
That's right.
I think it's just, she's just slow.
Yeah,
That's all she's got.
He did a great job getting up to speed.
This
Best
is
career
JJ
finish,
Yaley
second
out
in
of
the
Phoenix,
Coca-Cola
Arizona.
600.
Multiple USAC champion.
JJ.
In open wheel racing.
The Mav,
and
what's going
in
on, man?
NASCAR Cup Series competition. 6 Daytona 500s under his belt with the best start of 12th, the best finish of 10th. This is the NY Racing Team's 100 Coconut Water Chevrolet.
And we heard Brad Keselowski talking about it.
Coconut Water
This is a
Chevrolet.
lot. This is one of your 6. David Reagan really needs to outrun his car.
Well, and one of my favorite JJ Yaley stats is the fact that he has, I believe I'm saying this right, the best run at the Chili Bowl through the soup. Yeah, I think he came from deep.
Yeah, Alphabet
your boy
Soup, they
Chase
have all
had a good
these
year this
feature
year.
events to try to get to the main.
That's right.
And it's the A feature, B feature. That's why they call it the Alphabet Soup.
Keep on hitting that like
And
button.
he had to
104
run
likes.
more
Thank
of
you
them
so
to
much,
get
guys,
there
for getting us
than
there.
I guess anybody in
Bill,
history.
thanks for that
That's
subscribe.
exactly what you thought I was going to talk about, wasn't it, Clint?
Triple Crown winner.
Appreciate that, Bill.
I just couldn't believe you brought up dirt racing.
I know.
And he is new to this car as of yesterday. He's signed to drive
you,
it
Sam.
here in Daytona. and they have to either time their way in tonight or race their way in tomorrow night to make the 500.
Let's see what he's got. Really slow. 51.
12th for Yaley. 51.26.
51.26.
They'll need to find some speed. Here is Daniel Hemrick. And this is the Circle Chevrolet for Colleague Racing.
So Colleague Racing is going to have him driving full-time.
Number 4 from Stuart
and
Haas.
Then a bunch of drivers driving the 16 with AJ Allmendinger. Thank you for that subscribe. Rhonda, appreciate that.
Rookie getting ready to qualify for his first ever Daytona 500. What's the day been like? This is such an awesome team that we've got
Cowboy
to know
Joe,
with
what's
Kevin
up?
over the years. But what's the day just been like with them?
Come
to
Daddy.
It's been a lot of fun, obviously, just getting to know
Appreciate that, Cowboy Joe.
It's just been just a dream come true, really. This Rodney,
Josh
Chip,
Berry.
all these guys have just been a pleasure to work with. So we're just ready to get going, really.
I have not heard anything about Matt D yet. I've heard a little rumors about him, but not much.
We're ready to go qualify for this Daytona 500 and race tomorrow night.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Cheddar does have a name. It's something really difficult to pronounce, like Bob Smith.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I know.
And what a great experience because of the fact that Josh was getting in the car and getting to know him and watching him work with the team has been a fun experience to watch from the outside looking in.
Hemrick, the 2019 Cup Rookie of the Year and the former Legends Million winner at Charlotte Motor Speedway, has clocked in 6th fastest.
6th, wow.
Setting the
Hemrick in that
stage for Noah
Chevrolet.
Gregson in the Black Rifle Coffee Ranger.
No more
Boat
Eric
Sport.
Almirola.
This will
He
be
retired
Gregson's
last year.
3rd Daytona 500.
He's now his new ride in that 10 Stuart Haas.
Well, I can tell you the 10 car at Stuart Haas Racing has typically done a really good job of qualifying and running well with Eric Almirola and
what's
everybody
up, man?
That was on that car last year. So I expect this car to run well and right with his
I know, they had
teammates
like secret, like they wouldn't tell anybody who it was.
So
Gary,
the
let's go.
now
Thank
will
you so
compare
much for
to
that
10th
sub.
Because that is the cutoff to make it to round 2.
Oh, you're welcome, Thomas. You're so welcome.
Good looking race car, and you're right. You know, you look over your shoulder, thinking back to the
Thank you.
Daytona
Come to
500
Daddy for
every
that
time
sub.
you're down
Appreciate
here,
it.
That 10 car was a factor with Eric Almirola. I think it's going to be a great year for Noah. Good opportunity, good home, good team. He can make the most of it.
So Gregson way out in front where Hussavar was.
Looking for the crew chief.
About
So
6 car
3
lengths.
Daytona 500s for Gregson with 3 different teams, 3 different crew chiefs.
So he's definitely going to place at least 9.
97.
Right there with his teammate.
Yeah, and as a team owner, that's what you want to see. You want to see your cars grouped together. That means that everybody in the shop is
Thank you for that
doing the
subscribe,
things that they're
bud.
supposed to do with the details and making their cars run the same.
Well, it also means that they all agree with one another.
True.
There's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
lot
Those
of
two are going to
thought
have fun in the booth
processes
this
in
year.
Do we want to handle?
Corey
Do I
LaJoy,
want speed?
I'm marking it
What do you
down.
want out of this
LaJoy
thing?
is going to win.
When everybody agrees,
and I
it
think
sure makes
Adam
those
said that he's
decisions
going
a
to
lot
win Richmond, but
Third
he is going to win a
generation
race
racer
this
Corey
year.
LaJoy.
Corey LaJoy.
Making his 8th Daytona 500. This will be his 5th with crew chief Ryan Sparks. This is the Chili's Ketcherita Chevrolet.
Say that 3 times fast, Mike.
Just order me another one.
That's right.
I was listening again to XM on the drive down
All
here.
right,
and
see you, Jennifer.
Listening to Corey talk
Thank
about
you, Mikey P.
You know, his season, his
subscribe.
hopes. You know, and the process, the path that he's been on with Spire Motorsports. By far
Allison,
the
what's
best
up?
situation that he's
So
ever
happy
been.
it's
Probably
race
got some
season.
Teammates,
You're the best to listen to on
lo
YouTube.
and
Thank
behold,
you so
look
much,
over, got a
Allison.
new-
Appreciate you.
New sponsor on the hood as well. So.
Well, they've run good, and they've had some chances to run up front and win races.
Wouldn't that be
and-
crazy if he won the
and
500?
hadn't quite capitalized on
Graham?
that, but I think Corey has learned from that and the
Nuts.
things he needs to do a little bit differently.
He has 2 top 10 finishes in the Daytona 500. And LaJoy times in 10th for now. He's in that top 10.
So
That
top
will
10 for
transfer to the next
LaJoy.
round. You're riding
50,
on board the Mahindra
26.
Tractors Ford with Chase
Here comes
Briscoe.
Briscoe. You know, he's always
for
strong
Stuart
here.
Haas Racing. Let's go under the helmet with him.
See if we can show it here a little bit. Real quick. Nothing much. The green screen doesn't really let me show it much.
I'm from Mitchell, Indiana. My favorite driver growing up was Tony Stewart.
They'll figure that
he was
out
from
this season.
Indiana. He raced sprint cars just like my dad raced sprint cars. I could watch him on TV on Sunday, but then also he would come and run local
Does it count if he
dirt
wins a
tracks
dual
in
race?
Indiana, so I always
No,
thought
I
that was
want
just
him
the
to
coolest
win
thing.
a
My
cup
bedroom
race.
had Tony Stewart stuff everywhere growing up. The Brickyard 400 has been something I've always wanted to just race in, so I'll get to do that. So I would say the Brickyard 400 at the top of the list.
Yeah, Brickyard 400 coming back. No road course this year. It's all oval.
Like You see Chase with his hand up on the window right there. I never like to do that because I just wanted to put the car in the right spot, and they're putting their hand up there to try to block the air from the A-post bar and the window net. But look at how rough that thing's riding, Clint.
Pretty rigid ride. That's how you get speed out of that thing.
Low is fast.
Briscoe breaks into the top 10 with a 4th place run, knocking out Corey LaJoie.
Seemed to try to look over at the scoring pylon in the infield, see where he was at. That was cool.
Yeah, and he's doing his job right there. You heard him shut the car off and start the process of cooling the engine down the back straightaway.
Showing Tyler Reddick on screen.
There's quite the process of, you hear him coasting. You hear him coasting right
LaJoie's
here.
going to do big things this year. I think so too, Joseph.
Down, trying to cool the intake manifold. To let
Todd
as much
says,
air
I think there's
going
going
to
be a new winner of the 500.
As possible, because
then a
there's
repeat
no cool down
winner.
units anymore. You can put a fan on the front of the car, but
you're going to say green, white, checker?
Cool and get it as cool as possible for the second round if you make it.
Larry Mack, what is it about those Stewart-Haas Fords?
Yeah, what I'm seeing right now, and you talked about it, this is what an owner loves to see, because the 3 that's qualified, a 95, a 96, and a 97. Right now, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Well, the car that just got passed on the apron is Kaz Gralla from outside Boston. That is the Front Row Motorsports entry, and the Rudebush Ford did not get up to speed. Now, Gralla is going to run for Rookie of the Year this year, trying to make his 3rd.
Do something
Daytona
here where he's not going to be in the race.
This is an open car, which means
Trouble
this
for
is
the
one
36,
of his 2 chances to make the race.
Well, you can hear it running. Either got it back running, it's down the cylinder or something there, Larry, but I definitely heard it running.
Yeah, that's once you leave pit road, that's the end of your run. You can't come back to pit road.
Which is exactly why you see Anthony Alfredo realizing, hey, guys, I think we just locked ourselves in. That is great news that they were looking for. Yes.
Alfredo is locked in on time. Anthony Alfredo.
They're going to sleep a lot better tonight.
Wow.
Having to go into those duels, racing your way in for the Daytona 500 last
Finish
spot.
6th, and he's in.
Nerve-wracking situation, to say the least.
Now, no one is knocked out today, but
LaJoie comes from a good racing pedigree. Wouldn't be surprised at all if he has a solid season. Thanks for the subscribes, too, guys.
I never got a second gear. When I went to pull it, the shifter was just dead and loose, not attached to anything. So not shifting at all for you right now? The lever's completely disconnected.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Done.
Yeah,
that's a product of no practice.
Yeah. You get one shot.
You can see him shaking his head out of frustration.
Does that happen here at the track or back at the shop?
That's all at the shop. I mean, that's all preparation from the shop, unless something broke. So it could go either way. It could have been something loose or something broke. So we won't know until they dissect it. Jamie?
How about the emotions down here, Anthony Alfredo? You guys mentioned it. You just found out you locked yourself into the Daytona 500. Linda Beard, the owner, right here. What are these emotions like for you guys? Congratulations.
This is insane. I mean, we're just talking about every possible scenario we might find ourselves in today, tomorrow, and obviously Sunday. But to make it to Sunday is a challenge. It's such a competitive field of open cars and drivers behind the wheel. And
thanks for all the likes,
really
y'all. Appreciate y'all so much for the love.
This opportunity and Death Wish Coffee coming on
126
board.
likes. Keep on hitting that like button.
Chevrolet Camaro. I mean, we beat a lot of big teams so far. There's a lot of cars to go, but to know that we're in and could not have to race in tomorrow and just remove ourselves from some of the sketchy circumstances and focus on Sunday is just an amazing feeling.
Congratulations, Anthony.
All right, bud.
This is
See
a
you in a bit,
family
Todd.
race team out of
Good to
Michigan
see you,
with
buddy.
one full-time employee, and they're in the 500.
Well, the Beard family, you know, they have a long history in the ARCA series and the things that they have done. But what a great emotion to see. It just shows you how much it means to make this race.
Absolutely.
It's a big deal.
Here's second-generation racer Harrison Burton, driving for one of Daytona's all-time winningest teams, the Wood Brothers. It's the Motorcraft Dex Imaging Ford, and it will be Burton's third Daytona 500. He made the second round last year, started 8th, or excuse me, 2 years ago, started 8th.
Burton's got a little bit on Haley. Be inside the top 10.
Well, he's certainly driving off from Haley in 10th right there, but there's a lot of cars to go.
Yeah, and right now, Clint, that's a little less than a half a second from 1st to 10th, and I think as we run here, obviously that will get tighter. But
At 21, yeah, they
you
always run
look
good.
At those Fords of the
at
Stewart
super
Haas
speedways
bunch up
too.
there. Sure looks like the Fords are going to be pretty fast again.
Look at those Fords.
So the Wood
Second,
Brothers
third,
operate
fourth,
as an alliance
fifth.
with Team Penske, and Burton just put that car in second place, 49.90.
Keselowski be on the pole.
903, P2 right now. Do all your cool down stuff, please.
And Chris Buescher.
There you go. That will bump Justin Haley from the top 10, put David Reagan on the hot seat for making it into round 2. David Reagan used to be teamed with Todd Gilliland's dad, David, and boy, they made Daytona and Talladega their playground for Front Row Motorsports. This is the Gener 8 generator Ford. It's David.
The one thing I noticed
Harrison
about the
Ford being the
38
final
car
four
of,
of the
Todd
playoffs this
Gilliland
year. I
right
don't know
now,
about
it's
that,
rough.
Adam.
Like it's right.
That's a
rough.
bold
and
move right there.
A
Thanks
lot
for
of
those
that is just how
subscribes.
much risk the team wants to take and how much speed you want to get out of the car, and all that for the most part is done with the shock adjustments that you have.
What's up,
and
Mikey
sometimes some
P?
spring choices
Thanks
to
for
go
that
with
subscribe,
it. But you
Mikey
see
P
that car
from
bouncing around
Sandbury,
right there,
Ontario,
they want to
Canada.
keep the car as low
Awesome.
to the ground as possible by just tying it down with the shocks.
Gilliland, he's up on Reagan as
you
well.
can definitely
Not
see
looking
that
good
baby
for
bouncing
Reagan.
around violently. And it's hard to explain, to somebody at home just how that is. I mean, that is a rough
From
ride when you're inside of it. You saw Chase Briscoe's
Australia. What's
helmet.
up, David?
His
Welcome
eyes were
in
bouncing
from
up and down
Australia.
inside of his own helmet.
That's the roughest ride yet, though, that I've seen.
For sure, especially with the front end.
Third for Gilliland, and it puts Ford in 6 of the top 7 spots behind the Chevrolet of Austin Dillon. That will bump David Reagan out of the top 10 and set the stage for Austin Cindric.
There you go, Austin Cindric, the other
Driving for Team
Penske car. Let's see what he
in
got.
the discount tire Ford.
First Penske car
Similar to the
here.
one he used to win the Daytona
Leroy,
500
what's going?
2
Says go
years ago.
Jimmy.
This will be his 4th 500.
And these guys need to have a good year, Clint. They've struggled a little bit as they've gone through the last couple of years, but if you're going to put one win together,
I would like it to be this one.
You put the right one together.
Looking good. 500, big ring, Kevin. Did you bring yours this weekend?
The ring?
Yeah.
No.
He's way ahead of Hemrick.
You're right.
So he's going to be in the top 10 for sure.
Come on, man. And you said it. I mean, looking for a huge turnaround for the season, but needs this race.
Back in the red, though.
Clash out in
Through
LA
the turn.
didn't go as planned for them, so has to feel good to
Currently
get back in that hot
second.
ride and get out here doing what
Thank
we're
you,
doing.
Evans.
The one thing I can tell you about
Tilda
him,
Evans,
though,
thank
from
you.
his teammates,
And he
is
might
they
be
talk
on
about
the
his work
outside
ethic
pole.
and how hard Austin
Second
works
place.
to be in that race car and do the things he needs to do.
Second?
Great
Our
run.
number 2, P2.
Wow, look at that Penske.
49.79. Half a
Look at
tenth
those
off
Fords,
of the
man.
fastest speed.
This
Rob
next one right here, ladies and gentlemen,
goes the
this
senior
is
in the
a
house.
big,
That's right.
Big deal. It's the last of our open
Waiting for
cars.
Jimmy Johnson to qualify.
7-time champion Jimmy Johnson.
Here we go,
And this
Johnson
launch,
on the
this
track.
Getting up through the gears. This is so important. David Reagan and RFK, they're probably hoping for a gear shift malfunction, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you heard a lot of wheel spin at
All
the
right,
beginning
D.
of that. And
See you, bud.
Right now, Jimmy's looking at his dash, just trying to hit all those RPM marks just as perfect as he can.
Now, what he doesn't want to know is his teammate, and you said this, Kevin, John Hunter Nemechek, whether it's a 50-60. That is not going to cut it. He's going to have something trimmed out better than his teammate.
So what's about to happen here is either David Reagan or Jimmy Johnson will lock into the Daytona 500 with this lap.
I'll give Jimmy Johnson.
You see David
a
Reagan
run.
right there at a 50-20. Has to be faster.
Yeah, lots of Chevys that got me right,
racing
Cowboy
tomorrow.
Joe.
This is the Carvana Toyota. Yes, Toyota, new manufacturer for Legacy Motor Club, the former Petty team, for 2024.
Weird to see Jimmy Johnson driving a Toyota. Thank you, Randy, for subscribing. Appreciate you.
Jimmy Johnson has 2 Daytona 500 poles.
All right, D. See you, buddy.
And to lock in, he's got to beat David
Safe at work,
Reagan
bud.
or have
Oh,
his
he's close
fate
to
determined
Reagan.
in tomorrow night's duel.
Still in the red.
Reagan asked for it. Where's that ghost tracker, lap tracker at? And that's exactly what he got. And so far, so good, David. You're looking good.
Now, last year, Johnson did time into the 500 on pole qualifying night as an open
Just
car.
on his bumper on Reagan's
No,
old
I'm going to tell you,
qualifying
both of these
spot.
guys are plenty
Go
experienced enough
Jimmy,
to race their
says
way in tomorrow
Dan
night
says.
in those duels.
That's Dave,
However,
excuse me, that's David's dad, Ken Reagan. He's raced
That
here
RFK,
in
got
the
something in
Daytona
that
500.
RFK engine,
Runs
though.
the Legends Car program down in Atlanta for Speedway Motorsports.
He just gave him the old.
There it is. Reagan 50-20. Johnson 50-32.
So David Reagan is in.
Josh.
Another car for RFK in the 500.
Reagan, as he celebrates, he's going to be in the Great American Race this weekend. Hey, listen, Brad Keselowski said earlier, you were a free agent steal, not just because you can get in, but you could win it. You're going to have a chance to get in and win it.
You know, Josh, yeah, it's always big to be in the Daytona 500, and the whole week I've just been trying to make sure we didn't make any mistakes, and I
Eric
really
Jones
felt
in
like
that
we were,
43 Legacy Motor Club on the track now.
Starting spot, but just shows
Outdoor
all the
Matt,
hard work. This
giving
is
the old.
BuildSubmarines.com. You're awesome.
Floor team Thank you for subscribing,
Derek Finley,
Mike.
He puts a
Appreciate
lot of
you.
effort into the race team at RFK, and I've worked with him in the past, and he has been nervous as a cat all afternoon, and so I'm really proud for Derek and proud for the whole RFK guys, and appreciate Brad Keselowski and Jack Roush giving me an opportunity to come down here to try to win a Daytona 500.
Congrats, David.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, there is,
Here's the
Graham.
Advent Health Toyota for Eric Jones.
So, I don't know if
for
he'll get in
Legacy
or not.
Motor Club. This will be Jones' 8th 500. His first Cup win came here at Daytona in July of 2018.
Yeah, and once again,
just hit the red subscribe button or put your cursor
saw him come up off a turn
underneath
4
the
that
on the
you
go
pointed
and
out there,
CeeLo
Clayton, just how that car would
down
just
there in the
jerk
bottom
around
corner.
and he would jerk the wheel a little bit just because of how rough the
If you're on a
ride
computer.
actually is on the racetrack.
Almost looked like it got a loose, maybe out from underneath
What's up,
of him just
Josh?
a little bit.
And you see when he slows down, it gets worse.
Oh, I know, man.
Well, Jones and Allmendinger are tied for 10th fastest right now.
John,
now we'll
long
move to the
time,
top
man. Good
20
to see you,
cars
John.
in Cup points. Now that Anthony Alfredo and David Reagan have timed into the Daytona 500. When we come back, 2023's top 20, Denny Hamlin first up.
All right, so my boy coming up next. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight on the Go at CeeLo. 742 people here watching some qualifying. That's awesome. But thanks for all the subscribes. I do appreciate you guys. We're going to be doing this tomorrow night for the duels, so make sure you guys are back here watching with us. Make sure you're hitting all those notification bells. The duels is actually set on the channel, so you should be able to find that on the channel for tomorrow. Go over there and give it a like. But Daytona's not just a race. It's an event. I love Daytona. It's my favorite track. I wish I could be there. Like Daytona sold out like in November. They did the 500 sold out really quick this year. I know when I went 2 years ago, there was tickets still available around Christmas time. So, but thanks guys for all the love tonight, all the likes too. So see if we get to 200 likes. And see if we get to 8,500 tonight. That would be awesome, too. Instead of car engines giving around the track. Thank you, EJL, for that subscribe. Appreciate that. So, Big Orange, nothing. What's up, man? We'll be doing the Tennessee game right after this. We'll be joining it in progress. It'll probably be half over. I'd love to see JJ win on Sunday. Wouldn't that be something he could pull it off in that Toyota? Not too excited. The Toyotas don't look too good so far. 11th, 16th, and 19th. We'll really get a feel on how the Toyotas are going to do here with Denny coming up here really soon. Yeah, you're just 30 minutes away, aren't you, Gene? That's right. Thank you, James. Appreciate that for the subscribe. You now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress. That's right. That's what we'll be doing. Yeah, different live. Yep. Grant, thank you for that subscribe. Mike H, with the like. Thank you so much. So many Fords at the top, but the Chevy stands at the very top. Yeah. Austin Dillon, RCR Racing. We'll see what happens here. A bunch of good Chevrolets coming, though. It's all these guys here at the bottom coming up. So, let's see what happens. All right, back at it.
Now it's outside. It's halfway to
Thanks
the
for the subscribe,
It's
Joe.
a long ways.
Yeah.
20 to go to 8,500.
Yeah, you knew exactly where it was, though.
Well,
all right, here we go.
Coach, what's up? Let's start rubbing and blowing the engine. Let's go.
Make sure your brake pads aren't pulled back.
Oh, he's saying.
Oh, he's making them stop. They're making them come to a complete stop.
Yeah, he's the last car to run. Bubba Wallace is. Yep.
You know,
Kaz keeps getting bumped down. Has he attempted? Yeah, he attempted and something went wrong with the car.
You could get yourself in trouble.
He spun
And
a lot
he never made an attempt, and that was his one
window.
attempt. That was all he could do.
There's a lot going on.
Thank
with
you, Alan.
one hand on
Thank
the
you,
wheel at a time
Trevor.
with the shift
Thank
and
you, Les.
Trying to keep the air out of the car, and the teams and the drivers all have a plan when they come out. They want to.
Here we go, Denny on the track.
That's what they decided they thought was best for speed.
Come on, boy.
He's executing it. Denny's been so good on all the super speedway racetracks, but particularly at the Daytona 500.
He didn't run a lap.
8,
he didn't even. He couldn't even do it. Something went wrong.
5 of the last 8, top 5.
You know,
when he could come back with the clash of Daytona 500.
Thank you, Trevor,
for the second time
for that subscribe. Your Daytona is like
a lot of threes up there.
Our Bathurst here in Australia is such a big deal. I know. The Super Bowl.
The FedEx Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing for Denny Hamlin out of
Denny in the
Chesterfield,
red.
Virginia.
Yeah, these Toyotas don't look good. For 10th.
And that is not easy
right
to do
below
right there.
Allmendinger
with one
right
hand
now.
on the wheel and holding everything up with your left hand up, trying to block that air. Like
Joseph.
I said, I never did that because I wanted to be as smooth as possible with the wheel, but he's doing a pretty good job with his repaired shoulder and everything he's got going on, holding that wheel pretty straight.
Right now, the fastest Toyota, Eric Jones, 50.101, same as A.J. Allmendinger, who sits 10th.
You think
These
about
Toyota's not
all
looking
the
good.
Toyota
So much for my
teammates that have
prediction.
been in the Daytona 500, and to believe that he's the only Toyota guy
It's
to
the
win
Super Bowl of
the
racing, right,
Daytona
Cowboy
500
Joe?
is pretty hard to believe. A lot of good drivers in that camp.
16th for Denny Hamlin, 50.29.
Thank you, Gary, for that
And,
subscribe.
I would say this is not a surprise because in past years, Toyotas have not shown all their speed on qualifying day, but boy, when it comes race time, they're ready.
They seem to handle on that last lap.
And that's what you want. You want your car to handle and be able to push and be pushed.
Wow, 10 more subscribers to 8,500 already.
Is this
Josh
weird,
Berry,
Kevin?
here we go.
Well,
I was mentally prepared for Josh Berry to drive the 4 car. I went through this whole transition with Josh and with Rodney and Stewart Haas Racing to get Josh prepared and be a part of the moment. You go through so much as you go through this process. You saw him a little high in the corner right there, but it looks like it's got pretty good speed.
JJ's regretting the switch.
that
Yeah.
Kevin Harvick drove last year, the number 4.
All right, Jamie,
for Stewart
we'll be here
Haas Racing.
tomorrow.
Josh Berry out of Tennessee, running for Rookie of the Year.
Thanks, Coach,
This will
with
be
all
his
the- there's
first
no member
500.
coach.
You see all 3 of his teammates.
You only
Larry
become a
was
member.
all over at 95, 96, 97.
Hit that
See where
super
he
chat
ends up.
button. It'll help you bring to the members.
Losing a little time as he goes through the lap here. But I can't wait to see these guys get in a rhythm and just start
Awesome,
to race.
Dan.
I know
Me
so much
too.
about the team and have been
Jamie
with Josh
says
as he's
Larson's
raced
my
late
guy.
models. Let's see, clocks in 12th.
Go. Josh Berry, 12.
33-year-old rookie out of Tennessee.
John
as we
Spencer,
watch,
thanks for
Chase
that
Elliott
subscribe.
climb aboard.
Going back to Josh Berry for
Yeah,
just
Larson
a second.
hasn't
I know
gone
when
yet.
we would qualify, we would always try to put
Yes,
a
it
little more
is,
handling
finally.
in our car so that we
We've
could
worked
do all
hard.
those things that we were talking about. So that
We
might
have
be the
worked
speed
hard,
difference
Joseph.
between the
All right,
other
here we go.
SHR cars.
Keselowski.
Let's see what Brad Keselowski can do. Now a co-owner.
You see those
of
sixes in the
Roush
chat,
Keselowski
y'all, if you're a
Racing. This is the
Keselowski fan.
Castrol Edge 4. This will be the 15th Daytona 500. For Brad, let's go under the helmet.
Rochester Hills, Michigan. My favorite driver growing up was Kyle Petty. I think the hardest part about being a NASCAR Cup Series driver is balancing all the work commitments and still trying to not go insane. The race I haven't won that's on my list is the Daytona 500. And I hope this ages.
Exactly.
He has
Give him a
led
win
8
already.
different Daytona 500s. Has 2 top 5 finishes in the Great American Race.
Just like all, several other big name drivers. I mean, just this close every
Thank you,
single
Random
year.
275.
To get the job
Appreciate
done
that.
out here, always a factor.
He's going to win this.
You better keep an eye on this one.
I mean, maybe not the
Oh, Big
Daytona
K,
500.
where's
I
James
think
Moore
he has a
at?
shot to do it. But I mean, he's going to win this year, don't you think?
Put it in the bank.
Thank you, Carmella.
Yes, this car, that number 6, will be in victory lane with Brad Keselowski standing on top of it.
14
Yeah,
for
old school
Keselowski.
6.
Speaking of Daytona 500 winners, here is Ricky Stenhouse, the defending champion of this race, who
So
started on the
Keselowski,
pole
14th. So
here,
those
in 2020.
RFK
JT
drivers
Racing.
not too fast.
This is the
Thank you,
Boost
Bob.
by Kroger,
Wow.
Cottonelle
Unbelievable,
Chevrolet.
guys.
Always such an aggressive, pusher, plate racer. He's just an aggressive driver.
8,500,
behind
just
the
like
wheel,
that.
period, but always that way at a Daytona.
Well, he's a good super speedway racer because of that aggression and being willing to do the things that you have to do to push and shove, like you say. I think this team has done a great job in preparing the super speedway cars through the years for him.
I was at one of the races when Gant won 5 in a row. I was at Martinsville.
And give everything that he has and
Wrecking
take
Ricky
risk, to be good at super speedway racing.
Ricky Spinhouse on the track, y'all.
Bar there.
Could he wreck the fake Allmendinger in front of him? We'll see.
Jody and Tad Geschecter started out with a Busch Series
Steel
team.
City, Ford all the way. Yeah, they're dominating right now.
A single, sometimes two-car team picked up Brad Doherty, the NBA legend, as a co-owner, and won the Daytona 500
EJ, the fastest Toyota. You're right.
Daytona 500 champ last year, and Kroger's such a huge supporter of this
brand
team.
Brand new Toyota with Legacy Motor Club.
Ryan Blaney is the defending champion of the NASCAR
that's
Cup
right.
Series.
Our goal is 9K right now.
Peak
then we'll look to 10
for Team Penske, and let's go under the helmet with the champ.
Blaney. We saw those 12s in the chat, y'all.
I was born in Hartford, Ohio. My favorite driver growing up, besides my dad, I was a big Jimmy Johnson fan. I don't really treat myself a lot. I don't really. My fiance, she always asks me, "What do you want for Christmas?" I was like, "I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I'm fine." I was like, "Well, if we win a championship, we'll get a pool." She's been harping on me for a pool for like a year and a half. I was like, "All right, I'll make you a deal. We win the championship. This is like in June. We get a pool. Win the championship, and like one of the first things I said to her on stage, I'm like, "Well, I guess we're getting that pool after all." So
that's funny.
He looks.
Sorry,
I had a chance to interview him for this race,
James,
on Sunday.
What's up, dude?
Man, I obviously raced against him. Think a lot.
Colin, your ears been burning.
Kevin, you and I were his dad's teammate at RCR.
Yeah,
just good stock.
14.
He comes from really good stock. A racing family, and
Reagan's in the 500,
so
that's good.
I think he's going to be a great champion.
9th for Blaney. That knocks Allmendinger out of the top 10.
And he looks like he's 12. Shaved his
beard. It's unbelievable.
Oh, Bear.
You shave that beard, you're right back to looking like you're 12 again. I don't have that anymore.
All right, Larson. We see those 5s. Larson on the track, y'all.
Kyle Larson on the pole for this race in 2022. Outside pole last year. Rick Hendrick's cars have 16 Daytona 500 poles.
Welcome in, dude.
9 in a row.
See those 5s in the chat, y'all.
It's been a long time since they won the Daytona 500. Jimmy Johnson. These guys are hungry.
See, this will tell us where the Chevrolet stand right here.
Right there in the mix. When a caution
Jamie
came
says,
out,
let's go.
It handed Stenhouse the win. Obviously, he was in the lead.
Way ahead in 10.
He was right there for a big block, and it didn't work out for him. But I'm telling you, these guys, they are wanting and very hungry for a Daytona 500 win.
9 in a row.
Expects them to come down here and qualify on the pole and win the race. That's the effort. That's the expectation, in my opinion.
There it is.
At Hendrick Motorsports every year.
There's
just like that.
Kyle Larson is fast.
Yeah.
49.73.
Chevrolet.
HendrickCars.com. Chevrolet.
Ligo,
drivers
that's right.
in this field have won a Daytona 500 pole.
We see those 5s in the chat for the new pole leader.
Motorsports. Here's the Shell Pennzoil Ford from Team Penske for Joey Logano. Out of Middletown, Connecticut, 2015 winner of this race. This will
Here's
be
Joey. Let me see those 22s in the chat.
In the 500. 4 for Joe Gibbs Racing, and it'll be his 12th for Team Penske.
Awesome super speedway racer. Always
tennis
up
games
front.
going on.
As you can see, he's got the speed, much like his teammate Ryan Blaney.
Yeah. See those 22s.
He also won.
What's up,
He
Gator?
also won a great sponsor. Got a great in-car with the Hunt Brothers Pizza folks there.
All right, David, good to see you,
for
bud.
so many years. And
looking for that number
now
9.
With, Joey Logano.
Soon.
You see Joey's hand up, blocking that A-post and head banging around. Got some bumps on the back.
See how fast this Penske is.
Keep it on the bottom through the corner.
He's a little faster than Blaney.
It doesn't seem like you've been telling us about handling versus speed. We see these cars that are a little bit more rigid than others. I don't see him bouncing around quite as bad.
They
as
are
a lot
usually,
of those
but
other
you're
guys.
right.
A little bit in the corner.
A little bit. It's a lot.
Man, did you see Briscoe's head?
Wow, look at the
inside
difference
his
between
helmet?
Logano and Blaney. Big time difference.
Look at that head.
I think he's ready to put the race package
Logano.
back underneath of it.
Look at that.
Oh!
Look at that time. He's on the pole.
Well, not really, but he's on. He leads the group.
What's
moving
going
to the
on with
second
those
round.
Penskes, man?
49.64.
All right, here's Byron.
I'm learning the specifics.
You
see my Byron friends
on television, so I appreciate that correction.
No problem.
Well, he is for now.
William Byron in the
24s.
Exalted Chevrolet,
We see
the
those
second of the Rick Hendrick
24s.
Chevys to qualify. This will be his 7th Daytona 500, and he has a pole here in 2019.
Where's Coastal at? His boys on the track.
I'm going to say it before you. I love the paint scheme on this car.
Oh, awesome.
At 24.
I like it too.
It's a hot rod.
It looks like a hot rod.
Absolutely.
You got exalts on your car. You got to have the
But
best
look at
paint
the
job.
speed of that hot rod.
Oh, yeah. Hippie Joe says.
Saw it bottom out a little
boys
bit when
on the
it went into
pole.
1 and 2.
Right now, 2 Chevys and 8 Fords to
24
advance to the final
forever.
round in the top 10. There are the manufacturers as they break
He
out
cheated.
so far. I think that's about to change.
And
as Byron times in 4th.
All right. Running. Yep. Get it cooled down.
Knocks out Noah Gregson.
All right. It's Tyler Reddick.
From Corning, California. 2nd year with 2311 Racing. It'll be his 6th Daytona 500. And he'll be in the Nasty Beast Toyota.
Nasty Beast.
The Nasty Beast.
That is one heck of a sponsor. What you got over there, Larry?
Well,
That
Mike talked
2311
about
Racing.
the Toyota effort, and you know they're right now.
Oh,
we've
yeah,
had about
exactly,
half
Joseph.
qualified.
Yeah.
Eric Jones in the 43 is fastest back at 15th. Go back to last year. They had no Toyotas qualify inside the top 10, only one inside the top 18, and that was Bubba Wallace at 11th. They come here, set up the race, not necessarily. Toyota
not
has
fast
never
for
sat on the
qualifying.
pole for the Daytona 500 in their 17 500s.
So what he's saying is a lot has changed, but
This is
nothing's really
for
changed.
Right.
Well, if they're making good
He's-
handling, right, they got downforce. And with that comes
was
drag.
11th.
That's going to slow it down. When you're in a big pack like you are at the Daytona 500, a lot of that starts to go out the
He's like
window.
in
Probably not going to
23rd.
lead the best, but she's going to push.
It's
and
he'll start
It's a
12th.
balance, and they should push better. When you look at the front of these Toyotas, they're much flatter.
Yeah, I like what you said right there. We talk about these body changes on the Ford, the Toyotas. For the last several years, the Fords have had the upper hand in this. When we come to these super speedway races, they can push better than the other two. These Toyotas, they came to play. They've changed their bodies. They've changed the way.
Yeah,
that
the
they're gonna
wrap
be
is
able to
awesome,
push, and I
Joseph.
think that's going to be a pivotal role in this race come Sunday.
Tortoise,
They came to
like the
play,
hair,
but
yeah.
did they come to
But they come to
qualify?
race. They
Reddick,
don't come to
25th.
just
Here's
to
his
get on the
teammate
pole.
at Joe Gibbs
So,
Racing, Christopher Bell. In
I
the
should have
DeWalt
thought about
Interstate
that when I
Batteries
predicted
Toyota. This will
Truex
be
and Denny
Bell's
on the pole.
5th Daytona 500. He has 2 top 5 starts in 4 years.
All right, Kevin, I've had enough. You see everybody time and again.
This is qualifying,
We
Steel
follow
City.
each other, but everybody's holding their hand up in the window now. What are we doing?
Christopher Bell.
Well, they're just trying to block the air from coming in the car to try to create a
Thank
little
you,
bit
Brian,
less
for
drag.
that
So the air
subscribe.
guys will tell you that, it's worth, I would tell you 1 count maybe,
Tennessee's
or 2 counts,
losing?
but usually
Oh,
it's
man.
so close that, a couple hundreds here and there will make a difference. But I was
course
never
we're losing to the
capable
worst
enough of
team in the
driving
league.
smooth. They tell me to put my hand up there, and I was like, there's no way I'm putting my hand up there. I got to have 2 hands on the wheel.
So you're basically just trying to fill that void in between the window net and the A-post, correct?
He needs longer arms.
That area
Oh, I
has
think
to
so
be
too,
open
Josh.
so the driver can see his side view mirror, which is required. All right, hanging on to 10th is Chase Briscoe. As Christopher Bell
He's
is
Connor's
22nd
23rd,
fastest.
qualified 23rd. Not that big deal.
Next, 10
Bristol
drivers
not
to
till
go.
March 17th.
And the next driver on the clock will be Alex Bowman, who has an incredible run, a record run of top front row starts in the Daytona 500, and he is the race's defending pole winner.
All right, so Alex Bowman coming up next, y'all. If you're an Alex Bowman fan, let me see those 48s in the chat. 48s in the chat for Alex Bowman. I predict him to have a big comeback after last year being hurt for a couple races and not very a winless season for the first time and didn't make the playoffs with her. So let me see those 48s in the chat. If you're a Bowman fan, let me see those 48s. Travis is one. Random's a 48 fan. There you go. Jake dropping the 48. He barely passed inspection. Uh-oh. Yeah, he really wants that pole, don't he? But 48 all the way, Justin G says. We'll see if he can get the pole here coming up. But thanks for all the subscribes, guys. We had 100 subscribers tonight, which is nuts. Thank you so much, guys. In just a little time. But Coach dropping the 11. If you guys want to use special emojis during the races, become a member. It's just 99 cents to get those emojis. I'll try to swap them up as much as I can. Maybe take a poll or whatever. But also be working on some more redeems as well to add some more drivers. We have a good amount of those, and the stream bot should tell you what those are. Is Dale Jarrett racing Sunday? No, he's not racing Sunday. Vicky says Chase number 9 going to the top when he comes out. Wouldn't that be something? Chase sits on the pole tonight. That'd be crazy. Lots of good memories with that 48 when Johnson was driving. Yes, for sure. There's Coach dropping those emojis. You can use those during the season, guys. Really, only 90. Yeah, Rick, 99 cents. Yeah, just hit that membership, hit the super chat button, and unless you're on an iPad, it's kind of hard to do, but you should be able to do it. It's only 99 cents. And I change them up. There you go, Rick. Thank you so much, Rick, for becoming a member. Do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Rick. Let's go. So now, Rick, you got some emojis now. Gotta fly, boys. All right, Grant. Good to see you. New sub. Thank you, Sandman. Appreciate you being here. All right, back to it. Here we go, guys.
Note the drivers who were fastest at the start-finish line, starting their timed lap. Now, among the drivers who had the fastest lap,
awesome,
William
Sean
Byron
Michael
is not
Miner.
on this list. Norris,
Welcome
Harrison,
in.
Burton, Todd Gilliland,
Trackhouse boys going to be sitting in the front row.
Some speed
That'd be
to gain.
something.
Absolutely. Get up to speed lap.
Absolutely, they can get a better launch.
Here we go, Bowman.
Let's listen.
Ooh, I like that one, Kevin.
You see Bowman out there, y'all.
Hit the rev limiter just a little bit, but just tickled it.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Slows you down.
6 straight Daytona 500
Assuming
front rows.
All of these Hendrick cars are the
They
same.
got like the
and
book.
Every driver has the same opportunity and same equipment.
There's Bowman.
The difference has to be the driver. And is it the way Alex Bowman launches?
Let's have Bowman on the screen. Let's see if I can. This green screen doesn't really let me show stuff much anymore.
I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news here, Clint. But if he's just got to hit his points because he's in a fast race car, right? He's got to make sure that those shifts
Can't leave it
don't
up
hit the
too
rev
long.
limiter, don't spin
You're a
the
huge
tires too
NASCAR
much,
fan.
do
I
all
remember
those
all
things,
the old
but
guys racing. Me too, man.
He's obviously got teammates that are right up in the top 10, and I think he's going to be right
Bowman
up there
the
with
showman.
them too.
Debbie, he just tickled it. It was nothing.
Okay.
It was just a little tickle.
See what he does.
3 poles, 2 with, or 1 with
In the
Blake
green.
Harris, his current crew chief, and 2 with Greg Ives.
I think.
Oh, here
Oh,
hit the ground.
gotcha.
Pretty good too.
Yes. Yeah, you notice that he had his hand up at the window, and as soon as he hit the ground, he was like, "Oh my God, I got to keep my hands on the wheel."
Well, when it gets
bouncing
out
good,
hard,
too.
it can bounce right out from underneath of you. Get yourself in trouble.
I'd say it's going to hit again down here.
Well,
I don't
he's
see
got
the
work to
speed.
do to lock in, to make 10th and make it to the second round, where the pole will be determined.
Man, what's up with
It's
Bowman?
about 0.3 of a second, first to 10th.
Here it hit. There's a
He's
bump
not even
right in the middle,
in
3 and 4.
10th.
That the car will just have one quick spike.
Oh, this is going to be close.
I don't think he's going to do it.
I don't think he is either.
Bowman's
Alex
washed.
Bowman, 12th fastest, 49.99.
So the things that I would critique right there, if I was going back and watching this to be productive as the team, I would say, okay, the
many
car hit
drivers
the ground
left?
a little bit too hard. Driver hit the rev limiter just a little bit, taking off.
That
just
many.
a few little things as you go through the sequence.
Yeah, it'd be interesting
So
to
Kaz,
see what his speed was.
he
You know,
didn't
when we show those
qualify.
Speeds at the coming
He
to
broke.
green lap, what his was. I think it'll be a good tell-all sign.
So Bowman,
Ty Gibbs,
12th.
21 years old now, driving for his grandfather's team in his second Daytona 500. Last year, he started 33rd.
You think the 22 and the 9, the Viper Man? What's up, Viper Man?
This he is
Ty
poised
Gibbs
for a
trying to
big
do
year.
10th.
I think he's ready. He's in the right car, and I think that it's going to happen, Kevin.
I just love the kid's work ethic. I think he's aggressive. He's intense. All the things that you want in a fiery, and he's young. And
I know, right off
think
the
he
truck.
did a phenomenal job last year finishing races and doing all the things that he's done.
Favorite track right here,
I think you're
Daytona,
right. I think he's
Jack.
going to win this year.
I love
And he
Daytona.
matured so much in the last season. He came out of winning the Xfinity Championship in 22, cocky young kid, ready to go for it, do anything. Then he came to the Cup Series, but he has really, really done well.
So close to winning that Clash 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So close.
And I think you got to be a little bit cocky to be like, you have to be a little bit arrogant like this to be super successful.
Did you just admit something?
I never said I wasn't
Rowdy
confident.
on the track,
I was
y'all. Let
very
me see
confident.
those
Say
eights.
confident.
Ty Gibbs 21st.
Cocky. I mean,
Ty Gibbs
yeah.
21st. So those Toyotas are slow.
Hey, Austin Dillon was really fast. Teammate, keep an eye on Kyle Busch.
Huh?
Kyle would like to get off this list. Cup champions without a Daytona 500 win.
Okay.
In this race, 6 of them.
So close last year.
Rowdy.
So this is his 20th Daytona 500. And that counts the year that he qualified for the 500 but crashed hard
Kansas
at the
Speedway
Saturday
in Dover.
race. Went to the hospital, didn't
Nice.
get to run for the next several weeks, in fact.
Don't forget, at lap 500 miles into this race last year, that car was in the lead. Green
Yeah,
Light
he
Checker
should have
didn't
won.
go the best.
He's finished second in the 500. He's started 4th here 4 times.
Working for Richard Childress. And you know this, Clint. Coming to the Daytona 500,
Rowdy.
you better have your stuff together in the engine shop.
Could he
in the
win
race
it this
shop, because
year?
He's like
Could he
Rick
be
Hendrick. When he
NASCAR
comes down
Cup
here,
champ?
He expects to have a chance at the pole, and he wants to win the race.
The Zone Chevrolet for Kyle Busch.
Daytona,
times in
Pocono,
6
then
that will
Indy.
knock
Can't
Chase
wait to see
Briscoe out of the
Indy
top 10
on the oval,
and
on
move
the
Ryan Preece to
oval
the
again. K's doing good. And where's he at?
Chase
6th.
Elliott.
Here's Chase.
The
Let
Napa
me see
Auto
those
Parts Chevrolet for
nines,
Rick
y'all.
Hendrick.
Chase
This
on
will
the
be
track.
His 9th Daytona 500. First
See
2 years
Chase.
here, he started on the pole. That incomplete season last year with the big goose egg in the win column.
You
Not
see
that
those
many laps left.
nines.
Still decent average finish, but not the season he would have wanted.
You're not going to see that again, boys.
Yeah, I
He
agree.
is ready to go. Call it redemption, call it whatever. I'm going to tell you, this 9 car is back.
And you know what I liked? I love the way that he has talked. He seems
Matthew,
comfortable,
what's going on,
relaxed.
Rowdy
He looks
official?
like he's in good shape. You know, from everything that he's done, he seems happy, and I think that he just
9.
never got into that last year. He was frustrated and just never got in a rhythm. But I think after he wins the first race, I think we should drive down to Georgia.
And
Yes, go to the billiards room.
Wow,
What's it called?
5th.
We're gonna go.
The horn. I want to.
Wow.
The horn.
I
And
think they let us ring that siren down
what's
there.
up
you can do that. I'll
with
drink
these
beer. How about
Hendricks?
that?
We'll do both.
All right, Elliott is 5th. That makes 5 Chevys in the top 10 and 5
Get him, boy, he
Fords.
says.
Ross Chastain.
Uh-oh, Chastain.
Florida Melon Man in the Busch Light Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing.
So
5
he's got the
Daytona
Busch Light
500s
now.
For Chastain, a best start of 19th, the best finish of 7th.
Yeah, boy.
One of the best activation sponsors.
Are you
there is.
serious?
Hands down.
I know.
Glad it landed at
7
this
for
driver
Kyle.
with
I'm
this
shocked.
camp.
Austin
It'll
Dillon.
only make
I guess
a
that
guy
3.
like
His Dale was
Ross
driving that
Chastain
3.
more popular, which he needs to be. He does things on the racetrack nobody else can do. Puts people on their feet in the stands. I like Ross Chastain and what he does, and I'm glad he has that partnership inside of him.
And he's got a fast car, and as you say, with Busch Light on the side of that car and everything that they've done with me for the past several years, and they've been a part of
Chastain,
NASCAR
Joseph.
racing for a very long time, and right
Crash
now
chain,
they're
yeah.
on board a
He
fast
got
number
Chastain.
What's hard to believe is last year he had only 1 top 10 finish at either
Haven't
Daytona
qualified
or
this
Talladega.
low
9th in the
of
500
speed
last
since the
year.
60s. Yeah, it's slow.
Chastain is 8th. And
181
Riley
miles an
Herbst
hour so far is the fastest.
will not
And
advance to the second
Chastain
round.
8th. Do you think the Hendrick Chevrolets are kind of holding back? Maybe, I don't know. And here's Chris Buescher,
had 3 wins
his fellow
last year.
Trek
They all
House,
came in the
or no,
last
this is
15 races of the
RFK.
season, and they included the regular season finale here at Daytona.
You're gonna unbush yourself?
Chris Buescher is a hidden gem. I love the way he races.
Buescher, we
He's
thought Buescher was gonna win it all.
He's
Thank you,
always there
Jeffrey
at the end of
Smith,
the
for that
races.
subscribe.
He's good at figuring out his car when it's not good, and can figure out how to communicate and tell his team what he needs, and that's what it takes to be a great driver. You have to be able to talk to your team and tell them what you need, and be able to not make those mistakes.
The top
and I
10,
think
like
Chris
Matthew,
Buescher does that.
It's
Jake was
identical
saying
to the way a
advance to the second
conversation or
round.
interview goes with him. It just gets the job done, checks all the boxes, but it's kind of quiet.
Yes, and that's okay.
You're
And,
done if you don't
I
get
think
15.
With Brad coming over and doing everything that he's done at RFK, it's really allowed Chris to shine and do the things that he did last year.
Chrome numbers shining
Thanks
on
for the
racetrack.
subscribes, guys. It's
One
been
of
a
only
great
two
night
drivers to
tonight.
finish in the top 5 in both Daytona races.
I know, me either.
Last
Joseph,
year.
I was.
What's your 14th
The
fastest?
Chevrolets, though, in the top 10.
And right now, the top 10 that move on include 6 Chevys and 4 Fords.
Larry, I like what you pointed out here. These Toyotas, they are definitely slow on the speed chart.
Yeah, honestly, they're slower than I anticipated. I didn't think they would be a contender for the front row, but definitely slower than I anticipated.
But always there when handling's on the line, and 15, 20 laps
I agree.
in these runs, here they come.
Look at the goose eggs in the playoff column for Martin Truex
Best move
last
for
year.
Busch to come back to Chevy, he says. Jimmy's so low.
Regular season
Yeah,
champion.
that, it's a
playoffs
Toyota.
for
The Toyotas are not
the
doing well.
43-year-old from Mayetta, New Jersey.
But they don't really do it to
Gives
qualify.
racing in the Bass Pro Shops
Buck
Toyota.
Gardner, thank
Pole
you for that
winner here
subscribe.
for Chip Ganassi in 2009.
Here's another slow Toyota, Truex.
And runner-up for Furniture Row Racing in 2016.
Truex, let me see those
In the
19s.
500-mile race.
The only thing that concerns
19s
me
in the
about
chat.
the
You guys
lack
can
of
use these
speed
emojis
point
as
is,
well if you like.
Especially on Thursday night for the qualifying races.
99
when it's
cents,
cool and
get you a
dark
membership.
And grip levels are up, is going to be that speed. Like, you're going to have to be
Surf
able
bum,
to.
boy.
The Fords and the Chevrolets are not going to
funny,
take
it's
a
a
lot of
Toyota.
speed out of their car. You're going to have to race this car, obviously. And I think that the Fords know what to race for the most part with what they've done in the past. So I know their body's different.
Jimmy Johnson's in the
and
Toyota
could
this
have
year.
Some different handling characteristics.
Motor
but
Club
they've been-
went to
they've been
Toyota
pretty
from
stout,
Chevrolet.
so the speed is going to matter.
Martin Truex 24th. Michael McDowell, winner of the Daytona 500 just a couple of years ago in the Love's RV.
No, I'm not,
Styles
Caroline.
Ford.
Not in Daytona. Maybe next year, maybe.
Started,
We'll see.
6th here 2 years ago.
Michael
Got
McDowell now on the
victory
thing here.
3 years ago. Big crash on the last lap that time.
So did you pull into a Love's the other night to sleep in your motorhome? Is that
buddy?
where
I always
is that
stop
where you
at
got
Love's.
tired? Okay.
I love, and this is why I called my first Daytona 500. Michael McDowell won the race.
I know,
was
isn't that
on my way
crazy?
home, pulled into Love's like I always do.
Take a look here.
Looked over there. Daytona 500 champion Michael McDowell all over it. I'm like, that is activation. That's the way it's supposed to be. Always a Love's.
But you didn't answer
we
my
got
question.
And they
Hunter
gave me a
Nemechek.
card with
We got McDowell, Suarez, and Bubba left.
Nothing about it being Valentine's Day and there's hearts all over the car?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that one off.
Yeah, he's in a Toyota.
I don't know if the bouquet
Legacy Motor
roses
Club
was
went to
gonna
Toyota
cut
this
it.
year from
McDowell
Chevrolet.
just did. He just timed in 6th fastest. Knocked out Todd Gilliland.
Michael McDowell, 6th
So
fastest.
he will be in the top 10 in round 2.
Look
Good
at that.
super speedway racer right there, Michael McDowell.
All right,
All right,
Suarez,
2
Trackhouse
drivers
Racing.
To go, 2 spots to be decided. Daniel Suarez from Monterrey, Mexico, for Team Trackhouse, the Freeway Insurance Chevrolet.
22 for the
And
pole.
Suarez is going to be in his 7th
see.
Daytona 500 on Sunday.
Look at Cedric
Based
in
upon his
7th
teammate
spot.
with Ross Chastain, he should be, if the cars are prepared like we think they should be at a super speedway, it should be right there, close to his teammate.
7/100ths of a second separate Chastain from
He is,
Harrison
and he's a
Burton,
good
who
road
holds
course
the 10th
winner
spot.
too.
Lost
He
course.
won the Indy
Quite a
Grand
bit of
Prix
speed
last
off it,
year.
too.
But no more Indy Grand Prix this
Must have
year. It's
bottomed
on the
out
oval
somewhere
again.
down
The
there. What
Brickyard's
happened?
back.
Got tight, maybe. I don't know, but it did definitely lost a half a car length to Harrison Burton off it too.
Suarez not in the top 10. Would that be something he wins his second Daytona 500, Sandman?
So cool to just listen to those motors hum. See the drivers doing their things.
Yeah, Kyle's an 8th.
19th.
But he
That
moves
will
to the
lock
second
Ross
round, so we'll
Chastain
see
in.
what
So now
happens.
there's just 1 spot left to be decided. And it will be either Harrison Burton, who has completed his run, or the next driver on track,
No,
Bubba
they'll be
Wallace.
in the race on Sunday, but they got tomorrow is the race to qualify for your
Well,
position.
deja vu all over again.
And here's Bubba.
Last year, it was
We got any
Harrison Burton
23
versus
fans in the
Bubba Wallace
house?
for the final spot.
Any
in
23
the second
fans? Let
round.
me see those Bubbas.
3 inches, Clint said, was the difference. Here we are, Harrison Burton's 10th. Here's Bubba Wallace in the McDonald's Toyota.
You have a
Best
lot of
start
work to
here
do. He said nope.
Of 6th
And made 6th, he said
best
nope.
finish of
Eric
second
says
twice.
nope.
I heard interviewed today.
Shawn Michaels
Kevin,
says, "Let's
you
go,
talked about
Bubba."
Confidence. He was calm. He was collected. He's very confident coming into the
Bubba
Daytona
underrated.
500. Really good super speedway
Iceman
racer.
says,
you cannot count him out for this great American race.
Oh, he had a breakout year last
Toyota's
year.
gonna be slow.
I love the fact that he's more confident in the things
Caleb
that he
says,
can do.
Byron's
because
my boy, but
he's
I
here
like
for a reason. Believe
Bubba.
in the things that you've done to get to this particular
Joseph says
point.
no.
And he's proven that by getting better every year.
Alex Bowman in the house, everybody. Welcome in, Alex. What's up with your qualifying spot? You didn't do too well.
Again, scores the 10th spot in the first round and will transfer with 9 other drivers to run for the pole for the Daytona 500.
All right. So there's your 10, top 10. Where did they put Bubba? Where did they put him? I can't see him. Why do I not see him? So Logano, Larson, Dillon, Byron, Elliott, McDowell, Cindric, Busch, Chastain, and Burton move on to the next round. So, oh, you're not the real Alex Bowman. Okay, well we thought we were you were bored, you know, it was like, hey, I'll watch the race. But Alex Bowman, welcome in. Eric Caps, Bubba has the best equipment money can buy and still can't do anything. Well, to his defense though, the Toyotas didn't do so well, as you can see. Look at them all back there. Eric Jones finished 22nd. Martin Truex 26th. Bubba 28th. Ty Gibbs 29th. Christopher Bell 32nd. Hamlin 34th. Jimmy Johnson 35th. And Tyler Reddick 36th. Those Toyotas are not built to qualify, apparently. And Hunter Nemechek as well. His new ride in the Legacy Motor Speedway Racing. All right, so second round coming up. Make sure you guys stick along with us as we'll be bringing the audio back in here. Larson fastest with his speed. I know. Gavin says, I have faith in Bowman this season. He'll win something for sure. Alex Bowman just subscribed to the channel. Nice. Bowman, we have a redeem for you as well. You'll probably like this. So we have mini games in the chat, guys, to get points to bring up your favorite drivers. Exclamation point points. To find out how many points you have. Just by sitting here watching the races tonight, you getting points. And then exclamation point, gamble all, you can get more points. There's Alex Bowman, just like that, right down here. And we have also for you, the cars are going to be running in the 500 this weekend right here, going across the screen. We're going to have, right here, we're going to have the running order constantly throughout the races as well. I'm working on something to put the in-car cameras down below there. So that's our next goal, to start working on that. But I can't do that until one of the races. So I'll be working on that, though. Busch is due for a Daytona 500 win. We'll see. He was so close last year, wasn't he? Justin says, I would love to see NASCAR return to Rockingham Speedway. Yeah, that'd be something. The Rock. Bill Elliott qualified 30 miles faster than 40 years ago. I know, right? 180 miles an hour. So here we go.
It continues with the duel at Daytona. America's best battle to set the field for the Daytona 500. 7 Eastern on FS1. Josh Sims.
Down here, William Byron on to the second round of qualifying. Now,
Thank you,
won
Gavin.
the pole for the Daytona 500 before. What's it going to take for you to go out there and do it again?
Honestly, I feel like our Exalta Chevy was really fast there. It's really tight between the top, top.
Taylor's mine's
really,
Logano.
So it looks
not
like
a fan.
there's room to improve for me. You know, I felt like out there.
But I'll bring them on my screen. That's what kind of guy I am.
Super clean with my launch, so I think there's a little bit on my end that I could do better, and I feel like if we put all those things together and hopefully pick up a little bit in the second round, hopefully we're on the front row. It'd be nice to sleep easy tonight and be able to go into tomorrow's duel and not have to worry so much about.
Aggressive Scott says Penske forever.
So we'll see. Car looks beautiful.
What's the Tennessee score?
Always have great paint schemes with Exalta, so excited for the week here and ready
Thank
to
you
get
for
the season
subscribing.
going.
Appreciate that.
Looking to keep the front row streak
Gene
going.
Ross, appreciate that.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jimmy Johnson must race his way into the Daytona 500 tomorrow night. Jimmy, what was going on during that run?
It's so hard to tell. I know that last year in qualifying, in this new package, the car turns a lot less RPM, and it was very difficult for me to know if it was good lap or not.
He's not locked
and I
into
had
the
that confusion
500.
again this year, but sadly, it wasn't fast enough to get us in. we've worked really hard over the offseason, and this isn't what we had hoped for coming down here. Eric ran a respectable lap, so I think it's in there. It's just, just
Jimmy
a lot
Johnson
of elements
is
coming
old
together,
news.
and we'll work hard to race our way in tomorrow. It's not a position I wanted to be in, but it is what it is, and we'll do all that we can with the steady camera.
Frank,
we'll see you in the duels tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. Let's look at who has advanced to the final round. There are 6 Camaros and 4 Mustangs to battle for the Daytona 500 front row next. Now, the open teams, those 6 teams,
Thank you, Curtis.
We know that Anthony Alfredo and David Reagan are locked in on time. If either one of them races into the 500 tomorrow night, Jimmy Johnson or B.J. McLeod can either race in on time or in the duel tomorrow night. However, J.J. Yaley and Kaz Grala have only one option to make the 500, and that's to race their way in tomorrow.
All right, commercial break, as you heard right there. Thanks, guys, so much for making this an awesome night. We almost got to 1K on the qualifying, which is nuts. But thank you so much, guys, for love. We're going to be doing this all year, so make sure you're here for it. We're going to be having a good time. New change. If you guys missed the video I had, if you want to go check this out, we have or after the race is over, we have a 2024 did it post? No, it didn't. There it is. 2024 season preview of NASCAR. It gives you all the cars, all the drivers, all the racing teams, and I talk about the schedule as well. So make sure you go check that out after the race. It is a good thing. Give that a good like too. 2 cars, just let them all race. NASCAR's so garbage, not letting them race. Well, they'll be racing tomorrow. They'll definitely be racing tomorrow. We'll be doing the Xfinity and Craftsman. I'm doing the truck race on Friday, Rick, and I haven't decided on Saturday yet, but we'll see about Saturday. $20 says FMC on the poll. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's on ESPN2. So we'll see. I'm definitely trying to do something. Rooting for Rowdy, even though he is shifty. Rowdy Busch, thank you for subscribing. Slothy Hyper 22. I appreciate it, Joseph. We'll be trying to do them all. I'll probably be going to Nashville, maybe Talladega this year, but I'll let you guys know when I'm not on. But we'll try to do a vlog and stuff too as well when we're at these races. Hopefully the LA race car will have better speed. Yeah, Bowman just not having it. It's so weird. But kind of curious to see if they interview him to see what happened. Even Bowman or Burton was saying that something was happening there. LaJoy winning the Brickyard would be awesome. Wouldn't that be crazy if LaJoy wins the Brickyard? It'd be nuts. I did predict in my video that LaJoy would win a race this year. Be something if he could win the 500 in that Chili's car in that 7. Crazy. Let's see in the chat. Who do you think this year is going to win a race that hasn't won a race yet? Other than LaJoy, give me somebody in the chat that you think will win a race that's never won a race before this year.
Career on and off the track. Tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, right after the duel.
You think that's what happened, Jack?
Only right here on FS1. Ten drivers will run for the Daytona 500 front row.
Rick says, I thought those new noses were out there alone. What do they do when they're in traffic? If they were smart, they would have done resign in traffic. Yeah, right. Here, Caps, what's up? Another commercial break. They just came in to trick us. Zane Smith, Caleb, great pick. I kind of said that too. Caleb, I was going Zane Smith too. But Corey LaJoy first, Zane Smith too. Possibly, I don't know. I think those two definitely from both of those guys should be interesting. I'm so excited about the season, guys. I'm so fun. Center Hill Cards, appreciate that. Subscribe. Thank you so much. John Hunter Nemechek. Ty Gibbs, yes, Ty Gibbs. He almost won Bristol, but Denny, and then the whole I beat your favorite driver. Josh Berry, yeah, he almost won. He came close to winning. He came second last year in that Hendrick car. Burton, there's Burton. Gregson also. Gregson, hey, that 10 car was strong at super speedways. Could it be strong for him? We'll see what happens. Alex Back, awesome. Harrison Burton wins races. Ty Gibbs definitely gets the win this year. There's a whole lot that can win. It's true. It's going to be a rock, paper. It's going to be a crapshoot who's going to win. Go Vols. Titans, Preds, and Grizzlies. Awesome, Center Hill. We do Vols. We do, matter of fact, right after this, we're going to end it. When we end the stream, I got another stream waiting. We're going to do the rest of the Tennessee-Arkansas game. I had both of those scheduled, so as soon as we'll join that in its progress and follow that. So, and we'll try to do Vols all the way through the March Madness, and then Preds will take a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But we do a lot of stuff here on the channel. LaJoy win a race? That's hilarious. I don't think so. You don't think, Kara? I think so. I think LaJoy has a shot. Glenn Gordon, thank you for that subscribe. Appreciate it. Who wins Rookie of the Year? I'm going, man. Josh Berry or Zane Smith? One of those two. Josh Berry or Zane Smith? Eric says Ty was constantly finishing top 10 last year. He came so close to making the playoffs.
Getting ready to go.
You like to see Bubba win the 500? Man, heads would roll if Bubba won the 500.
One will win the Daytona 500 pole.
No chance, she said.
Well, we see a great in-car shot.
We'll remember this.
And we see his dash right there. And we talk so much about these launches. This is my old dash right here.
Rich, what's up, bro?
On board with Alex Bowman.
Caleb says, Mr. Streaming Person, don't know your name anyway. Who your favorite is Denny because they hat. Caleb, my name is CeeLo. Call me CeeLo, and I am a Denny fan, yes.
His third gear shift, but
that's right. Tennessee Sports and NASCAR Center Hill.
As much and as
love
close
Center Hill
to
Lake though.
Center Hill Lake's awesome.
33-30. See, that's stupid. We should not be losing. We're only down by up by 3 against Arkansas.
Some responsibilities and everything.
All right, here we go.
Bowman. Hands and a steering wheel. Put the car close to the line and getting through
Bowman.
those gears and not spinning the tires too much. There's a lot of responsibility on the drivers.
Why is Bowman on the track? They're just showing a replay.
That Mustang has an all-new body for NASCAR for 2024.
All right, here's Harrison Burton out on the track, first car.
And they hope for improved aerodynamics. Let's see how this sorts out for Harrison Burton, who has led laps in both of his Daytona 500 starts. Finished 26th here last year for the Wood brothers.
I like how Harrison came from the top of the racetrack, and you try to run downhill down that tri-oval to get as much momentum with the car as possible. And right at the start,
all right, y'all give me heck about Denny. I'm okay with it.
Against the yellow line, we saw a lot of guys not do that in qualifying. They were kind of in the middle of the track.
Carson Husafar wins the Rookie of the Year.
Giving up distance
I don't think he has.
I like what you said about the new dark horse body. All right, we're forward. We want a new body. We need to improve. Where do we need to improve? Whatever you do, do not mess up the super speedways. We're really fast there. We obviously got Phoenix down. We won the last 2 championships. But maybe on a mile and a half, give me a little bit of downforce, a little bit of drag.
Could win if he gets to come back. Left his championship car this year and could mess up.
Let's not forget about the engine.
Byron, Buscher, Hamlin, Bubba, Zane Smith.
They love super speedway racing and put a ton of effort into it.
Now, Burton got up off the bottom, exiting turn number 4. Couldn't hold it right at the yellow line. And he is at 49.90.
All right.
Well, one of the things we're going to talk about is who picks up speed and who doesn't.
Flyers
Harrison did not pick up speed compared to
Busch out of turns 3 and 4, wins the Daytona finally.
It was almost identical.
Yeah, it dropped 6 1,000.
Yeah,
but should have picked up. To your point,
should have picked up.
Ross Chastain finished top 10 in 3 of his 5 Daytona 500s. 9th last year, best finish of 7th.
He ran a 49.83 in the first round. So anything that picks up is going to be doing a good job in the pits and getting your engine cooled and doing all the things that you needed to do from the cooling down process to get the car to go out and refire again. It should go faster with everything warmed up in the engine and transmission from the oil standpoint.
I think the Ghost Tracker's proven that point too, Kevin.
Look how smooth his ride is noticeably smoother than most of the other cars that have been running really fast. His head is not moving around a lot at all.
Ross Chastain, 49.75. So that is a drop-off of 18/100ths from his first round. Kyle Busch.
Gain.
I'm sorry, gain.
All right.
Kyle Busch.
Ross Chastain with a 49.75. Let's see what Rowdy can do.
For the best finish of second.
So close last year.
See what Rowdy can do.
Woo-hoo, got us a drag race here.
Get Denny to win the championship and
ECR
Kyle to win the 500.
3 engines in the final 10. We talked about Richard Childress and
the ladies in
Tennessee.
Tennessee,
As far as effort with these cars coming down here and having 3 of the top 10 is
right now he's on the pole.
Yeah, you talk about Doug Yates,
so close.
Everybody at Roush Yates horsepower. Don't you think that those ECR
Says
boards
Larson's on the pole, hands
some
down.
steam under the hood? Always. A lot of emphasis. That car
Thank
got
you so
loose
much,
right
guys,
there
for the
before.
subs.
A lot of emphasis on their performance at this racetrack in particular.
49.72.
There he is, 49.70.
1/10 of a second faster.
5.
Than he ran around 1.
See, on there it says, 72. I looked at the wrong button. There it is, 72.
2 drivers will lock in their starting
Awesome,
positions
Braden.
tonight.
Good to see you.
In Sunday's Daytona 500,
Rowdy
everyone
Busch
else will have to go through the dual races tomorrow night to learn where they will start in the Great
All
American
right, let's
Race.
see what Cindric can do. One of the
Cindric,
Penske cars.
his team Penske Ford, started 5th and led 21 laps in his Daytona 500 winning season 2 years ago.
I was there for that. When he won the 500, I was there.
Going to see another good pickup here, Kevin.
Yeah, right now he is. We'll see.
You see Austin.
Not going to
left
last
side
long
tires
here.
right down on
Cindric's
that
got him
yellow
by
we're talking about these cars
car
picking
length.
up. Why are they picking
half
up?
a
Why
car
are they
length.
going faster this second time out?
I mean, you're getting heat in all the drive line, in the transaxle, in the gearbox, in all 4 of the hubs, and that's less rolling resistance when you've got heat in those components. All that
Luke
essentially
Combs,
was stone
awesome.
cold in round 1.
Yo, I'm going to watch spring
Cindric
training.
to
You're
the
right,
top,
Brandon. We'll be doing some Braves
49.66.
baseball, too.
He picks up 13
So Austin
100ths of a
Cindric
second.
knocks Rowdy off the pole.
Biggest pickup so far.
Roger
All right,
Penske.
here we go. Watch this car, McDowell here.
See if tonight's the night. Michael McDowell.
Matthew's on a bad night.
Noted as a super speedway racer and road course racer. That's where he started his career. And he is right on top of Austin Cindric here for the fastest lap of the night. Now, in this second round,
McDowell
run the
got a
10
car
cars
length
run
on,
from slowest to
a
fastest
half a
in
car
round
length
1.
on Austin
so
right
you
now.
would expect the speeds to get higher and the times to come down as we go through these 10 drivers all the way to the end.
Man, they put some of that trucker coffee in that Loves, huh? Look at this.
Trucker
Car's
coffee.
got some speed.
Look at him. A full car length.
Well, and everybody learned from the first round. The tires have a little bit of heat, so that launch should be faster. The oils are better. The drivers are more comfortable with doing everything that they need to do to get the car a little bit closer to the yellow line in the corners.
Michael McDowell's on the pole, baby.
And McDowell is fastest, 49.53.
Wow.
Hope it holds.
Wow, that's a 1/10 and a half pickup.
No, that's a quarter of a
Shot
second.
fired is what that is, boys. Larry,
Woo.
that's fast.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Chase can do.
My math is bad, Mike.
They keep getting faster.
That's faster
Chase
than
Elliott.
Joey's first round. Oh.
He ran a 78, a 49.78, which right now would be just good enough for 5th. So as we go
Nines
through
in the
these
jet.
last 5, everybody's got to get quicker.
Well, and we're officially rooting for Chase Elliott, are we not? The
Chase is
Dawsonville pool room
behind
invited us to
McDowell about a
come
half a
down
car
when
length.
Chase wins, so I guess we're
Down the
we're
back
tied into
stretch.
doing that.
It was awesome.
He's a
I
whole
loved
car
it.
length.
They answered us. I looked down on a break, and we got invited.
I got informed that it wasn't a horn, which I already knew, but I thought it was just kind of fun.
Clint here's free beer, and he's
still
in.
a car. About 2 car lengths now.
But they said something about a jar.
Wow, McDowell's going to hold
Already,
this.
the fastest lap is faster than anybody.
Yeah, he already
in round
has.
one.
He's 25th or something like that, Tony.
Man, this McDowell's car was extremely fast. You saw right there on the ticker.
So Chase is
Elliott
third.
49.67. Now, he does pick up a 10th from round 1, but...
All right, let's see what this Byron can do right
lap
here.
for the front row.
Yeah, good lap for the 9 car, but not good enough.
Here's his teammate, William Byron, for Hendrick Motorsports.
And we heard William Byron talk about how he thought he could do his launch a little bit better and do a few things on his end a little bit better.
Right now, Byron
right there with Michael McDowell
is
Larry?
about a half a
these
car
drivers,
slower
these
right
teams,
now.
They have access to the
in
same
the turn.
data that I'm looking at. And when I look at the fastest 4 from round 1, which was Joey Logano, who was fastest, Kyle Larson, who was second, and William Byron.
Now a whole car
The
length
one
going
thing
down
that
the
was different
backstretch.
for Logano
McDowell is still
versus Byron
faster.
and Larson. Logano got to high gear.
Raising it to 2 car lengths. McDowell is fast, man.
Yeah, and that high gear shift is going to come anywhere probably between, at least for the Fords, 78 to 8,200 by the time you shift to 4th gear.
Well,
The track
Michael
is
McDowell
warm,
has
too.
started 466
Willie B.
career NASCAR Cup races. Never
nope.
from the pole.
Wow.
Never say
Wow,
never.
so that
Maybe
ends his
tonight.
streak.
There's Michael. 49.53.
Michael McDowell still on the pole.
Fastest
Unbelievable.
so far now with 3 cars to go. Byron 49.676.
All right,
he
let's
was
see.
a thousandth of a second slower than
Here
Chase
comes
Elliott,
Austin
his
Dillon.
teammate.
And that 3.
Austin Dillon, a former pole sitter for the 500.
Yeah, he's always fast at Daytona. You're right.
500
Jason.
winner as well.
Now in the first round, he was 3 100ths quicker than Byron, 4 quicker than Elliott.
Oh,
One
no.
thing I've been noticing, Larry, when they get in the corner, that's
Because
right
they had
there,
a-
you see it. He got into 1 and 2,
downwind.
and McDowell pulls away from them more so in the corner than anywhere. Same thing was
Yep.
over
McDowell
Byron
pulls away
last
on the
lap.
backstretch and in the
That tells
corner.
me they've got that car trimmed out. It's not losing as much RPM in the corners, which means it's less downforce.
And probably not bottoming out like we saw Bowman's car do earlier, Kevin.
Well, there's just so much that goes into it. We look at qualifying and everybody says, "Oh, it just looks like one car going around the racetrack." There
Wheelie
are
says,
so many things that
I was
can go
always
wrong.
thought
You see
about
that
who
car
wins
get
the
loose
pole
again,
should
just
have the
like
choice to park his
Busch's
car and get
did
used to the
off of
backup for
turn
the
4.
duels and practice. Choose to park the pole winning car guarantees you to get the pole.
5th.
And
that will be a
5th for Austin
disappointment.
Dillon. He's got 2 more to
49.70,
go.
For Austin Dillon. I know they hoped for
Make
more.
sure you hit
They
that
picked
like
up
button
half a
for
tenth.
us. Almost the 300 likes. And Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson, another former pole sitter for the
See those
500.
5s in the chat, y'all.
In round 1, he was 9 100ths behind Joey Logano. See how much of that he can make up here, and see if he can get
what he
Rick
can do.
Hendrick
Larson,
another
just a
Daytona
little
500
faster.
pole.
Looky here.
Green light, bottom right of your screen.
Yeah, he's got
I
it
think
by
this is where they're
a
starting to fall
bumper.
right there in the corner, just like I just said. Can he get it back on the straightaway?
See if
Hendrick's
McDowell
last
pulls
hope.
away. He's wrong. It's going to be
8
so
out of the
close.
last 9 out of this Hendrick camp.
It's going to be so close. Right now, McDowell has a lead by like a bumper.
Wow, that's close, Kevin.
Yeah, and it's just that one section there going into
Back
turn
and
1
forth.
that you're talking about, Clint, that they gain a little bit. But here comes the 5 a little bit off of turn 4.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Less than 100th of a second.
So close.
It's so close.
And to the line.
Oh, he took it there for a second.
Second.
He got it. Larson's on the pole by like how much of a second?
14 1,000ths of a second.
Oh, no, he didn't get it.
On the front row.
It'll be
Wow.
McDowell.
So
it'll be
McDowell's still in the
and
pole. This
Larson
is
right now with
Logano's.
Joey Logano to go. Now Logano,
Let's see what happens here.
9 100ths quicker in round 1.
Wow, look at the difference there.
Both Michael McDowell and Logano's car owner, Roger Penske, looking for their first Daytona 500
Coming into the
pole.
turn.
Uh-oh.
Logano's a little faster.
Man, look at that thing. Heard it just barely touch the ground right there. Didn't slow it down, though.
Down the backstretch.
Green
Logano's
down
got the lead
Starting to pull away
by a half a
little
car
bit.
length.
He's coming back, he says.
Now to a car length. This is Logano. He's going to be on the pole, y'all.
Here comes Logano.
Unless something happens.
The front row for Sunday's Daytona 500.
Congratulations, Joey Logano on the pole.
It's an all-Ford front row. Joey Logano and Michael McDowell.
Wow.
49.465.
Logano. 22s in the chat. Yeah. Let me see those 22s in the chat.
Second was the pickup for Logano, round 1 to round 2.
49.46, Larry.
Good job, guys.
Told you, he said.
Right there.
Yeah, you did.
Ripping.
Boo, Logano.
One of those for us. Thank you. Nice job. Nice job.
Nice bounce back after a bad year last year.
Career pole for Logano.
Only one win last year for Logano.
One came almost a year ago. It was Atlanta last March that he sat on the pole for a Cup race.
I love the emotion.
Still a good run for
really
34. You're right.
You how much goes into this Daytona 500 pole.
There
even
is
Hamlin's
your
in
Daytona
Logano's here.
500 front row. We'll speak to them right after this word.
All right, congratulations, Joey Logano, as the Fords are sitting on the top. What a difference from last year, all Chevrolets. No Hendrick car on the front row for the first time in a while. Ford front row. Very good for the 34. That's right, Austin. Justin. Judy says, hell yeah, go 22. Shout out to Michael McDowell. You're right, McDowell. Good job. So thanks, guys, so much for hanging out. We'll listen to the interview with Logano, and then we'll call it a day. But tomorrow, make sure you're here. We'll be live. The stream is set up already over there, and here is the link to it. Make sure you guys go over there and give yourselves a reminder to make sure you come back and subscribe and hit that notification bell for the ones that have. But there is the for tomorrow. So paste that. Paste pen. Let me do it this way instead. There we go. Place pin message. All right, there you go. See you tomorrow, Jake. We'll be over there in college basketball here in just a second. Tomorrow, I think it's at 7 p.m. Eastern. I think it's earlier than that. I think it's 6 Central for me. Yeah, maybe it is 7 Central, 7 Eastern. But it'll be on there. I'll have it set and ready to go. Stream's already set up, so make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate that. Man, 100, let's see. We started at 8402, so 158 subscribers tonight. 156 subscribers tonight. Almost 300 likes. Wow. Chastain's going to wreck them all, he says. What a night. Awesome. But thank you so much, guys, for the love tonight. Been fun. We're going to be doing some Tennessee basketball if you guys like college basketball here in just a second on the channel as well. We'll be hopping over there mid-game. But we're going to stick here for a second, let you interview Joey Logano, listen to that, and then we'll call it a night. Can't wait for Preds versus Stars. Yeah. Preds, man, I don't understand what they're at home. Stars is just horrible when they're at home. When they're on the road, they're a lot better. Where SVG, I don't think he qualified. He's not here at Daytona. Congrats. Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you guys so much for all the love tonight. This has been amazing. What a night. All right, here we go. Back to the audio for you guys.
The fall at Daytona was the Rolex 24 Hours, won by Team Penske for Porsche. And here, the Daytona 500 pole is won by Joey Logano for Team Penske. Here's Jamie.
And Joey Logano following his team.
I think it's 6 Central for me, 7 Eastern, but I'll have the exact time on there.
Never won the pole for the Daytona 500. What does this mean to you, to your crew chief?
They kind of own the Stars.
Organization with this new model, by the way.
Yeah, this is all about the team. Honestly, and I'd like to take credit, but I can't today. The guys have done such an amazing job working on these cars. And
thank you,
the super speedway
Mark.
Qualifying
appreciate that.
100% the car.
Lloyd,
there's only so much the driver can do. So I'm really proud of them. That's a big win for our team, for everyone at Team Penske. Ford with a new Dark Horse Mustang, being able to come down here and put it on the pin.
Thank you, Lloyd.
Finally, someone else wins the pole.
You're welcome, Rick.
That feels good. So I've never even been close to a super speedway pole before. So it's my first pole on a speedway. Couldn't be at a cooler event, obviously, at Daytona 500. So proud of the team. Can't thank everybody enough. Shell, Pennzoil, Hunt Brothers Pizza, AAA, everybody that supports this number 22 car. Huge deal for Team Penske.
All right, Joey Logano, your pole sitter for the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
How about that? And what a role Team Penske
You would never guess that Logano would have been on
Here
the
is
500 pole. He's shocked
Duel
too.
1, with Logano and Kyle Larson facing off for the front row. Now, most of these cars are locked in, including Anthony Alfredo locked in there on speed.
3 of the 4 Hendrick cars and that one. That's going to be a big race for them.
Eric Jones.
And there are drivers that have to race in. Jimmy Johnson and J.J. Yaley in race number 1 will be battling.
So one of those guys is going to get knocked out. They're both in the same race.
Those Toyotas, Clint.
They are too, but they'll handle. You watch. They're going to handle and drive right up through them. These duels are so much fun to watch. The pressure that's on, a lot of learning, no practice yet. These guys got to get in these duels and see what they have. Learn their race cars.
Here's race number 2. Michael McDowell, the outside pole sitter with Austin Cindric, will lead them to green in race 2.
McDowell and Cindric on the pole, on the outside for the.
And
Cindric is a no. He's not a rookie. This is his third year.
Trying to race in and join David Reagan as the open cars in the 500.
I went to the Devils game yesterday. Oh yeah.
Hamlin way back in 18th there.
Bread's just freaking sorrows.
So
man.
tomorrow in FS1, Truck Series.
I think we're going to be trading everybody.
Race day at 6 and the Bluegreen Vacations Duel at Daytona at 7. Sunday on FS1, NASCAR race day 11 a.m.
6 Eastern for Duel 1.
Fox at 1, followed
we'll
by
be
the Daytona 500
live
on Fox at 2:30 p.m.
4:30.
Congratulations to Daytona 500
Central.
winner Joey Logano and outside pole sitter Michael
You're
McDowell.
welcome,
now
Jay
to
Goodrich.
Fox College Hoops.
All right. So thanks so much, guys, for hanging out. We appreciate you. But congratulations to Joey Logano for winning the pole. Awesome night for it. But we'll definitely have it tomorrow for you guys. So it's already on the. It's pinned the message for tomorrow. So make sure you go over there and give it a like. Give it a reminder so you know we're live. We'll be ready to have some fun for the twin duels. And then Friday night, we'll be doing the truck race. Saturday, if it's this good for the duels tomorrow, we might be doing the Xfinity race as well. I have a poll up. Did you want to do college basketball or Xfinity? So if you go find that on our community section, make sure you vote for the Xfinity. That's how I'm doing that one. And then the Daytona 500 on Sunday. Pray there's no rain, but it looks bad for the rain. So I hope we do well. We'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for everything. All the new subscribers. Let's see if I can go through some of them. Mark Hansen. Let's see if I can do this. So I can do this without my mouse going crazy. Center Hill Cards. Good to see you. Who's this other one here? Glenn Rogers, what's up? Thank you for that. So Jamie Frank. Let's see if I can do it this way. Jeffrey Smith, Bob Johnson, John Spencer, Les, Glenn Davis, Gary Davis, sorry, Les Malden, James, Mike, Tilda Evans, Bud, Rhonda, Nick, whole bunch of people. Thank you so much, guys, and all the private subscribers. We appreciate you. But thank you guys so much. We'll be waiting here for you, bud. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for the love. Almost over 300 likes tonight. Wow, for a qualifying match. So can't wait for the big races. Should be a fun. Our goal is 9K by May, but we might be there before that, the way it's going. So, and then 10K is our goal for this 2024. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all the love. Thanks to Spain, my sweetheart love wife, let me do this on Valentine's Day. Thanks to my mods that we had almost 1,000 people in here and we never had any craziness. Thanks to my members. Thank you. Our newest member. We appreciate you. Hold on a second. Rick Donor, our newest member. So if you guys want to become a member, you get access to those emojis. 99 cents on Pro and MVP. You get other perks. So make sure you check out the members. If you like to give us a super chat, go ahead and do that in the money section. And subscribe. You're going to have a good time. We're having a great summer. We got a lot of sports here on the channel. We're growing like crazy. time to go do some college basketball now. So we switch gears to college basketball. So thank you guys so much, guys, for everything. For the replayers, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe. Congratulations, Joey Logano, for the poll. And Michael McDowell. Wow, crazy. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the duels at Daytona. Let me find my little button here. Good night, guys. Thank you. Much love. Peace.